Spotted a hostile soldier in your AO. Over.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Battlefield 3 stream, late night Battlefield 3 stream. So I'm just logging in, about to check out and see what's going on. I have no idea who's playing, what servers are active. So I'm just jump in and play a few games before I end the night. As much as I don't want to have to play late. These are the circumstances, but okay, it looks like we are rocking the night, bro. We are rocking the night. We are rocking the night, bro. We are in the lead, bro. Sure. I can't play on this server. I'm banned. Watch. Oh, I'm not banned. I thought I was banned. I guess I know Recology said he was gonna hold on, what did it say? One rule, do not attack base unless you hold all flags. No crying or whatever that means. Oh, bitching, don't be respectful. If you don't like the rules, play elsewhere. I'm surprised he said that. I'm surprised he put that on there. Anyways, I just wanted to check on there if I was, because I know Doc Hollywood, I know Recology said he was gonna talk to him to unban me, but like I don't even really, like I said, bro, like I don't even really play on there that often, so it's not a big deal if I'm banned or not. But you know, like I said, bro, I go to work, come back home late. It is what it is, man. So but we'll play on the Conquest Haven server since people are playing on there. It's been a while since I've played on here. It's been a while, so I do want to play some Canals. I haven't played Canals in so long. For the most part, I let people just play how they want to play. CA Army, what's up, buddy? I'll join with you. Squad up. Yeah, bro, got you, man. We can squad up. I'm chilling tonight, bro. I'm not even trying to play that much. I really like, I wish I could just, you know, I'm in the mood to not even really like, I'm not even trying to play like that seriously. Like, I just want to like just hang out. Just want to hang out. I'm not even trying to like play serious. I don't want to play no seriously. I just want to just have a good time. But I just ate dinner and or I had some dinner, I should say. Alright, let me try to switch teams here. I can move this guy over, but here, let me see if I can move this guy right here. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, on this map, bro, you need something that's a good rifle. M4A1 all the way.
Enemy now control all objectives.
Just gotta make sure people are reviving. Because if people are not like, or excuse me, repairing, I should say. You need people to repair, because if they don't repair, bro, like the LAV has to be alive. You can't just like not have the LAV.
We have taken the objective.
Like if everyone repairs the LAV, we should be fine. But like, we can't not, you know, like we have to like make sure the LAV is alive, you know. So the LAV can take out the vehicle.
Just keep breathing, man. Just keep breathing.
Oh, damn, bro. What hit me, bro? Like.
I would like to confirm there is a jeep. Yeah, it's in our area.
Bro, they stole the LAV? How?
I've just spotted a machine gunner.
See what I'm saying, bro? Like, that's the shit that you can't have. You can't have shit like that happen. You can't. Oh, dude, I could have got him. Let me see if I
Be
can get him.
careful. We got enemy
Gotta get him.
anti-tank spotted.
Because he's right by the mines. He's right by his own friendly mines.
Objective
When
has
they're right by their own friendly mines, bro, you can, like, really fuck them up. I swear, bro. Like, that's what I hate, bro. Like, that guy should not have gotten in the vehicle, bro. Like, he should not have gotten in the fucking vehicle. This retard. I'm sorry, bro. Excuse me for being so vulgar. It just pisses me off, bro. Like, when stupid ass people get in the vehicle when they should not be getting in the vehicle. And especially when they give the vehicle away. That shit gets on my nerves. Oh, bro, I just need him to get on the mines, bro. I can blow his ass up. He's not going to though. He just needs to get on the vehicle. That's it, bro. Like, you don't even know. You don't even realize.
Objective has been neutralized. Repeat, objective has been neutralized.
You can't have them have the vehicle and the tanks. Sorry, bro. It gets on my nerves. It really gets on my nerves. It really gets on my nerves, bro. Cause like that should not have happened. Oh man, it just gets on my nerves. You should like if you're the type of player that doesn't want to like die with the vehicle, bro, you're such a piece of shit. Like seriously, you have to die with the vehicle. All right, if you're doing any favors for your team, is dying with the vehicle is what you should be doing. Okay, you should not be like giving the fucking vehicle away and they like repair the vehicle, bro. Like that's not what you're supposed to do. I don't know if they know that, but fucking newsflash, right? Seriously, bro. Like, you're supposed to like not let them have the vehicle. Ah, bro, like this is shit that pisses me off a lot of times, man. These guys just practically give them the fucking vehicle, dude. It makes no sense. Like, at least, like, be the guy that's trying to, like, take out the vehicle if you give it to them. Like, you better make, like, the majority of the match that you play, you dying. The majority of the time, you should be dying and going after that vehicle. That should be your entire objective. If you let these guys take the vehicle, all your deaths should be towards that vehicle because you were trying to take them out.
The objective has been neutralized.
At least we have all the objectives, but bro, they have the vehicle. You know?
The objective has been taken. We control all objectives. Repeat, we control all objectives.
Yo, what's up, Muckles? You said, yo, how's them brute, bro? Bro, I'm already in there, bro. I gotta get the pregame started, you know? I gotta get the pregame started, bro, because when I come back home after a long days of work, bro, I gotta be relaxed, bro. I gotta be relaxed before I go to bed.
We've lost the objective.
I don't know if you ever drank any Revolver. That's probably one of my favorite drinks to have. Revolver IPA. For the most part, though, like when I drink, I usually drink like Revolver. I mean, I'll drink like other beers and stuff, but for the most part, when I do drink, I drink those. But you know, I usually like drinking a lot of like seltzer type of drinks as well. A lot of like, I like drinking stuff that's like low calorie. Cause like if you drink a lot of beer, you know what I mean, like you can easily get like a beer fat. So I'm not trying to drink that. I'm not trying to drink beer a lot. So I always mix it in, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll drink a little bit of beer, but for the most part, I'm always drinking seltzer water. Bro, don't get in the vehicle. I swear to God, don't get in. You better let somebody else get in the LAV.
Spotted a hostile machine gunner in your AO. Over.
The objective has been taken.
Yo, what's up, Assault Blaze? Alright, I'm gonna assume that they already lost the LAV. I just don't know who's in the LAV. Because whoever gets in the LAV, bro, I swear to God, bro, if they give it up again. It's just so annoying, bro. Cause like, if the team is trash, then the team is trash. But it just sucks if we lose the LAV, bro. Cause that's, you know what I mean? That's our only, like, that's our only strong ground vehicle against the tanks. You know what I mean? It's not like something like we can, you know what I mean? Like we don't want to lose. We don't want to lose it, you know?
We've lost the objective. Objective secured.
Hostile machine gunner.
bullshit, bro. Bullshit. Headshot? I don't believe it. That's fine. You know, that's one of the things that sucks, like, playing on console. You have to always play with these players that they're more than likely cheating or using something to, like, give them an advantage. You're always gonna run into that, and it gets to the problem where it's like you have to accept it for what it is, because that's just the way these players play. They have no, like, they don't play with any valor, right? They don't have no, like, they don't have any, like, actual, like,
Okay, we gotta take him out before he gets set up.
they don't actually have any respect. This is the way they are, bro. They don't have any actual respect. So you get a lot of these players, bro, like, that play, and that's what they do, bro. That's what they do. They don't have no respect, you know. But that's how they play. Oh, I'm trying to steal a tank. I hear it.
Alright, we're right where we want to be. The objective has been neutralized.
Spotted a hostile tank.
I move with caution. There's a hostile machine gun in you.
Rise, spotted. Spotted a hostile tank in your area. Over. Be aware, spotted a hostile AT soldier.
The objective has been taken. You're doing a great job. Come on, keep it up, and we can all get home soon. Get back! I'm gonna light these motherfuckers up!
Saying, like, some of these guys, like this guy right here, like, this guy's very suspicious. Unbelievable, like, because it's already hard to see, so, like, him coming from that angle, from that position, would be hard for him to see me, right? And he's using a light machine gun, bro, on top of that. He's, like, has all this accuracy.
Lost the objective.
That's why I question it. It's like, that's why I don't like believe a lot of players that when they play this, like, they're playing legitimate. Like, I'm so convinced at this point that people, you know, they say they're playing legit, but they're actually not playing legit. They're actually not legit players. You know, they say they are, but they're really not. It's just something you have to kind of, like, accept a lot of time in this game. You know, you wish to have, like, really good clean games. Not everybody cheats, but, like, there's a lot of players that are just the way they play, man. You know, but some players that are not that good, you know, they still play the game, but they turn on the cheats and they don't think it's as long as it's not worse than, like, one shot, right? Then to them it's not cheating, or it's not considered as bad as somebody who does use one shot, right? That's just usually how it goes. It's the whole mentality behind it, which a lot of people do. Right?
Objective has been neutralized.
A lot of people who play like that. I see a lot of people that's how they play.
Spotted a hostile tank. Over.
I really don't believe it, bro. Like, I really don't believe that guy. Just using a bipod 3.4 scope, right?
We have lost the objective.
Guy doing? Bro, it just pisses me off that people play like this, man. Pisses me off, bro. Like, why get in the LAV if that's how you're gonna play the LAV, bro? Like, seriously. Don't fucking play the LAV like that. You're just letting the guy get right behind you and see. Seriously.
Keep your eyes open. That's
The objective has been neutralized.
Why did we lose so many players?
Be advised, we have taken the objective.
I don't understand.
I need you to defend this objective.
Are you aware of one of the hostile helicopter in your AO? Over. Hostile helicopter has responded to your area. Over. AT soldier over. Eyes open. Spotted a hostile sniper over. Be aware, I've spotted a hostile machine gunner. Over.
We have neutralized the
Oh, I hate the way this. I hate the way this controls. I really do. Can't stand the way this controls, bro. It just makes no sense a lot of times. Like when you're trying to move with the vehicle, bro. It's so annoying the way the vehicle moves. The vehicle moves in such an annoying way. It makes no sense. Like when you're driving backwards, it has like completely opposite controls of what you would think it would be. It does not drive anywhere near like you would think it would drive. Right? The vehicle just fucking drives like, I swear, bro. Like they had to make it like the dumbest way. It's like people who thought like if you actually drove a car, you would think like, okay, if I turn this way, this is how it works. But it doesn't work like that. It's completely opposite. It doesn't work like you think it would. It only plays in the most upside down way that you think of. Doesn't actually make any
I want
sense.
you guys to defend this objective. Be advised, your admin is present. Your job is to defend this objective. I can hear you. Objective secured, over.
Bro, so someone should get him already.
Area over.
That should be GG's right there.
Okay. Defend this objective.
Sorry, man, let's get a little flustered, bro. You're a little flustered.
Hostile sniper in the AO.
Get flustered when I'm playing.
Objective has been neutralized, over. Objective has been taken. Good work, man. Maintain this, and we can all go home soon.
I mean, we can do Metro. Yeah, if you want to do Metro, bro, you pick the playlist. Bro, you pick the playlist. I don't care, bro. I'm playing whatever. I'm only gonna be playing for a little bit. I'm not even playing for that long. If you want to do Metro next, put the Metro. I'm not playing for that long.
Enemy anti-tank ADU.
I'm gonna be getting off soon because tomorrow, I gotta work tomorrow.
Okay, I just can confirm that I've seen some enemy infantry. We've lost the objective. We've lost the objective. I've spotted an enemy tank in the area.
Hostile machine gunner over.
I mean, you guys pick, bro. I don't particularly care. I don't really care, so you just pick whatever map you want. I'm not playing for that long anyway, so I gotta go to sleep. So. Ah, that's what you get. That was not gonna work, my guy. You guys shoot pretty high. Oh my god, bro! Stupid ass fucking like rock.
Enemy Jeep in the area of operations. Proceed with caution. Quit fucking around, goddammit! Come back here!
God damn! Damn it, dude. I swear to God, man. I think I hit a mine, is what happened. I hit a mine and I hit a mine. Bro, don't let them get in the helicopters, alright? Do not let them get in the helicopters. Alright. Do not let them get in the helicopters. Whatever you do, man.
Objective has been neutralized.
Do not let them get in the helicopter. Oh, they're stuck.
We control all
Stuck.
objectives. Repeat, we control all objectives.
I swear, bro, like, I swear, bro, you can't get away from a fucking missile in this game, bro. Like, you can never get away from it. Like, there's ways to get away, but sometimes it's so fucked that you can't. There's no way you can get away with it. Like, even if you like go under a bridge, you know, like you should be able to like. You should be able to deter it. You're like descending. There's ways to do it, but it's so fucked a lot of times because of like the lag. Yeah, you guys play whatever you want. I really don't care, man. I really don't care. Like I said, I'm only gonna play like a couple games. I ain't gonna play that much. If the games are not long, I'll play. But like, if the games are too long, I'm not gonna play. Rather not. These guys are gonna play however they want.
Here's your first aid. Enemy soldier spotted. Over. Here are your meds. Hostile machine gunner spotted. Over.
Beetle Bamford, what's up, buddy? You said my server was lit all weekend. Bet. I like to hear that, bro. Appreciate you. I appreciate you enjoying it, man. I saw it this morning, bro, and it was. Oh, actually, I saw it yesterday morning, and it was like full, right? I saw it yesterday morning, it was full, and then bro, What is this? This is the AK-74. I'm glad people are playing on it, so as long as people play on it, you know, it makes me want to keep investing in it. But like when people are not playing on it, it just kind of sucks. But you know, for the most part, the majority of the time that when I'm playing or when I get to play, it's not the times when people are playing. So usually people are playing during the day or in the morning. The times when I'm not playing, so. Yeah, you say you've been playing since during the day? Yeah, I just been busy with work, so I can't really play. But like whenever like I get a chance, once like not permanent, but when my schedule gets changed, I'll be able to play with that a bit earlier. But for the most part, I can't. So, alright, bro. This guy, I need to get in a different squad. I can't stand. I can't stand it, bro. I gotta get in another squad that has like different perks. Everyone's like running the same perks, you know. Other guys not fucking doing anything. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, these guys, they want to be carried. You know what I mean? The people that are on my team, the people that left, they want to be carried, bro. They want people to do shit, right? They want everybody to do the hard work for them, so they can just lay down and get a kill here or there, right? They don't give a shit about actually like playing the game and pushing. Like all they care about is like, oh yeah, you know, I'm laying down on top of the fucking ATM machine and I'm getting a kill, right? That's how they play. They don't play any other way, you know, and then they leave and they go play on the other server and then you're gonna run into a hacker, right? But they don't care because they're just gonna lay down in one particular spot and try to shoot somebody. So those guys always are like trash. Always like trash players.
We have lost the objective.
Like the worst type of players. The ones that actually don't contribute to the game. We need people to revive. We need people to revive because
The enemy now control all the objectives. I repeat, the enemy are controlling all the objectives. Let's get our shit together, for fuck's sake.
like how these guys have like no remorse. These guys have like no remorse. Alright, well, one of you guys gonna have to switch over here, so it's 3 against 6. So if you you're gonna have to come over here, bro. Like that's just how it works. If you're not playing, bro, if you're not helping out, like that's the whole point of being admin. If the team is winning, then you gotta switch over. Especially if like it's 3 against 6. CA Army's there. He's been there. Problem is I need my other admin to switch teams. Didn't switch teams. I need my other admin to switch teams. We can't do 3v3 or 3 versus 6, so it's not possible. Like we could do 3v6, but the thing is, the other team can't take A. You know what I mean? Like I can do 3v6, but if the team is taking like alpha, like we're not. How are we supposed to like You know what I mean? You have 3 more people that can take and hold an objective. It's not possible, you know? It's not possible for me to do anything, so. But if they stood at Bravo, right? Then we'd be able to probably, like, you know, find a way to get in there, right? But if it's like that and everyone's taking A, it's gonna be impossible. That's why I wish people would understand that, like, in 2023, if you're gonna play, like, if you're gonna play Metro, play with gentleman's rules, right? Gentleman's rules is just, you know, no one takes A, no one takes Charlie, right? In most circumstances, the people who play this all the time, they know that, but you always got these retard players that always come in here and they just don't give a shit. That's usually what happens. So happens all the time, so. Like, I'm totally okay with, like, playing a handicap game. Like, I'm totally okay with it, as long as, like, people can, like, at least, like, understand that, okay, it's 3v6. I don't mind doing 3v6, but, like, because the thing is this, like, we can get in A and we can cap A. I can cap A, but the problem is when I'm capping A, everyone that dies, they keep coming towards A, right? So they're always, like, recapping A. So it's like it's this never-ending cycle, right? You see how they're constantly trying to take A, right? They're trying to always be a nuisance, right? But the problem is, like, on A, they can go in the house. On Charlie, it's not that difficult, right? You can always just go and you can always, like, go and you know, the subway doesn't have as much real estate. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of real estate in the subway, but A, bro, A has a lot of real estate, bro. You have the houses, you have corridors, you have, like, you know what I mean? You have, like, all these little, like, levels of room, like 3 levels. People can C4 camp. You know, it becomes a pain in the ass, right? So, you know what I mean? If they wanna come in from A, that's perfectly fine by me, you know.
Yeah, I spotted an enemy soldier, over.
It's fine though. It's fine, bro, cause it'll fill up. It'll fill up. It's not a big deal. It'll fill up. It'll fill up. It'll fill up, and then the people that, you know, they're gonna play the game and. Bro, I want to watch a good movie, man. I'm trying to watch me a good movie. Not tonight, but when I'm off. I don't know if you guys like watching movies, but see, like, I'm not even trying to take A. I don't even want to take A. They should technically be trying to get Charlie, right? If they want to come from A, that's perfectly fine. Bullshit. He said, good movies I've seen recently. Lucky number 11. He said Die Hard 1 and 1 through 3. Oh, Spy Games. Hold on, give me one moment.
We have lost the objective. I repeat, we have lost the objective.
So you said my favorite movie genre is female. Okay. Spy games. Wait, what? I remember the name. I don't remember watching the movie. Spy game. Spy game. Spy game. Oh, Brad Pitt and Robert Redford? I don't remember that movie. I don't think I saw that movie. You said, okay, Spike. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember watching that movie, to be honest. Creed? Oh, yeah, Creed, bro. You know, to be honest, bro, I've never like watched I never watched like the Creed movies. I never watched the Creed movies. I heard they were good. I've only seen Rocky on TV. Like usually it'll come on TV and stuff. Like I'll watch like parts of it. I like the movie, like the original Rockies and stuff. I think it's interesting, you know.
Somebody shoot these guys!
I think like those movies are like they're very like interesting. I've watched parts of it and I see the appeal of the movie. It's about like, you know, a regular person, right? It's a regular person that's able to like, you know, what I like about the movie is like it's somebody you gotta root for, right? And that's the whole point of like Rocky. It's like you're always rooting for the underdog, and it's a good movie because of like you're rooting for the underdog for a good reason, right? Like, you know, he's just not, you know, in the best situation, but you know, he's got a family and stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's the one thing I like. You know, he's got a family. I like movies that have families and stuff. Cause, like, you see the actual struggle, the sacrifices, and the hard work. You see the hard work. You know, there's not always like sunshine and roses, bro. You know, it's not always sunshine and roses. So you get to see the struggle, and I feel like it's more representative of like how it is in real life. Because, you know, like if anyone that grows up in a normal family, right, and listens to their parents and their stories, you know, a lot of that stuff like it falls in line with you know, like in reality. It falls in line with reality. So that's why those movies are so good, you know. You said Top Gun Maverick, bro. It's a good one too, bro. Top Gun. That's a great movie, bro. That's a fantastic movie. I've seen that one. That one's good too. Saving Private Ryan. That's another good one. It's a 2001 movie about the CIA. Okay, it's about the CIA, the spy games. I'll have to watch that. Yeah, bro. I can hook up my mic. We can chat. I mean, I'm just chilling, bro. I'm not even like, I don't even care about playing this game, really. I just want to hang out. I'm not really like, you know. I'd stay longer if I was playing, you know, if I was just chatting, because I don't really care to like, I don't really care to like play. Like I said, I'm not high KD whore here, so as long as the game is relatively balanced, I don't care. Like, we could be losing. Like, as long as we have one objective, I'm okay, you know. But I feel like when the games fill up, they tend to balance themselves out. Alright, let me see if I can hook this up.
We have neutralized the objective. Objective taken. I repeat, objective taken.
Yo, can you hear me? I'm not sure you can hear me. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. I don't think I. Oh, there it is. Alright, can you hear me, bro? I'm not sure you can hear me. You should be able to hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. You're just a little faint. I can hear you. It's just your mic's not turned up too loud.
Yeah, it's I can talk louder. It's remember it's that crappy mic I used to have?
Oh, okay, I got you. No worries, no worries. Let me just make an adjustment here. I can just turn my game volume down a little bit more, and then I can just turn you up a little bit more here.
Yeah, and my mic makes kind of a weird noise. It got wet a while back, so it makes kind of like an air blowing noise, even though I'm not touching it at all.
I got you.
So, yeah, I'll try and keep that to a minimum. You know, I got a pretty good mic. I can like mute it really fast. I got not the mic, but the cord itself. You can hook up different headphones to it.
I got you.
So I'm getting in from Amazon. I'm getting some kind of like splitters, and I'm going to be able to hook up different headphones that have the L-shaped headphone jack.
Right.
So I'll be able to hook up my like really nice mic to it once I get those.
Right.
So I'll be really clear, because right now my microphone is hanging down by my neck.
Oh, is it?
Because it's on the earbuds. So,
Gotta get
but
your
my
med kit.
other mic that I have for my PS4 hangs right in front of my mouth. So that'll be a lot more clear for everybody.
I got you.
Because that was the complaint about everybody had whenever I used to play. But yeah, man, it's great to finally talk to you again.
Yeah, I know, bro. It's been a
It's been
while.
forever.
Yeah, bro, it's been a while. But it was just a matter of time. I knew you were coming back. It was just a matter of time, bro. Like this, you know, and that's, you know, for other people to also understand, it's like that's just life, bro. Like, you meet people, you know, people gotta go through certain trials, and they're moving, or, you know, they gotta get adjusted, readjusted. Like, it happens, you know. So like that's literally what happens to everyone, you know. And I knew that you were coming back, you know. That's why, like, you got to go through the things you got to go through. And same thing with like Michael the same way. It's like Michael's busy, he's working, he's saving money, you know. Like, these are real life people, you know, doing the things
I'm glad he has a job.
Yeah, and he's always had a job, and you know he's always been trying to save money, and you know his goal is to eventually
yeah.
buy his own house, you know, and you know eventually I'm sure that's gonna happen. It's gonna be a matter of time. But all that stuff
Alright, we
takes
got a
time,
guy
you know.
at the Bravo stairs. Yeah, he's by the elevator. Yeah, you were talking about movies. Yeah, I've been watching a bunch of movies lately with my time off. Catching up on some classics. Do you want to buy some new movies?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Where to buy them?
Oh, well, I was just going to say,
Yeah, I spotted an
I
enemy
got
soldier, over.
for Christmas last year, I got the entire, I don't know what the word is for it, but like all of the James Bond movies on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. The James Bond,
those are
like a
good.
box set or a collection.
Yeah, that's the word. So those were really good. I haven't finished it yet because we had to move. Yeah, but oh, there's that noise. I don't know if you heard it, but I watched like half of them, and they were really great movies from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Right.
Is what I got to. And then of course you got Pierce Brosnan. He's the 90s.
Oh yeah, bro, that's the classic, bro. That's the one I grew up with. That's the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have the 2000s, which is Daniel Craig, I think his name is, and he's pretty good, but not like as funny as the other one.
Right. Daniel Craig's
His
more.
movies are more
His
serious.
version is more like the realistic. It's more not the realistic. It's like the 2009. It's the reboot. I think it came out like what 2007. I think it was like 2007.
Yeah,
2007.
I think so. Yeah.
2009 in between there.
And those ones are pretty good if you're wanting to see something that's a little less comedic. But yeah, definitely the Pierce Brosnan one. And that was like $60 for, like 30 movies. Isn't bad.
Right.
An enemy soldier, over.
And I've been watching some older ones. Not older than James Bond, but some like 20-year-old movies. What's that one movie that Sandra Bullock is in? Hackers. Like that's one of the movies.
Which one? You say Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, Sandra Bullock. She's like the main character. In the movie.
I forgot what was it
I got all
about?
these movies on my couch. She gets like a good hacker. She deals with like viruses on computers. I think it takes place in the 90s.
Oh
she's,
yeah,
like,
I know what you're
amazing
talking
at her
about.
job.
Yeah, I know what movie you're talking about. I don't remember the
It's,
name of
Canadian
it.
Stolen.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but
Yeah, it was really popular when it came out back in the day. But I mean, I have most of these movies next to me, but they're like under some laundry, some clean laundry.
right.
So, I mean, let me dig through it real quick. So yeah, you keep talking. I'll
I like Sandra Bullock. She's fine. She's still fine. What was that movie called? I'm trying to think of that movie. I know which movie you're talking about. Just need to look it up. Cause she was in that movie with Sylvester Stallone and what's his name? That was another good movie too. Wesley Snipes. She was in that movie with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone. Demolition Man. That's what it was called.
Oh yeah, I haven't gotten to that one yet, but yeah,
that's a great movie. I haven't seen it. That movie's called The Net. That's
Taco
what it's
Bell
called.
wins
The
the
Net.
brand wars. Ah, The Net.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I just watched that the
But
other week.
those movies are so bad because they have like their own like assumption how the internet works. Like it's kind of like that one movie. There's a movie from like the 90s and the 2000s talking about like about people who hack. And they have like the worst explanation of like how people hack, and it's not even like exactly how they hack. It's just like the worst example, but it's like one of those movies. You know what I mean? Like it's like when the internet was like a big deal, and like someone from Hollywood decided to be like, oh yeah, we gotta make a movie about the dangers of the internet and stuff, and just making up things that are like untrue, but you know, to them it was entertaining. So
I spotted an enemy sniper. Over.
Yeah. You know who, oh, that one guy. He's a comedian. I'm looking at the case for the movie right now. It's in that. I don't think it's on here. Like he's like the boyfriend in the movie, and he's pretty funny in real life. Do you know who Norm Macdonald is?
oh yeah, shout out to Norm Macdonald. He passed away unfortunately, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he passed away. Yeah, and it's his best friend. The real life comedian is his best friend, or was his best friend.
Right.
Yeah, rest in peace, Norm Macdonald, one of the best comedians ever. I got a good movie right here, Layer Cake. I'm sure you've seen that before.
Layer cake. Layer cake.
Yeah, I spotted an enemy.
Yeah, it's a Daniel Craig movie. I think it's before he got the James Bond job.
Right. I never heard that one.
looks like
I actually
about,
never seen that one.
It's about drug trafficking. It takes place in Britain, and the wrong people steal the wrong drugs, and they blame Daniel Craig's people for it.
Right.
So they have to,
Stuff
clean
like
up
blackmailing job.
on that. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. And this DVD copy that I have here, it has alternate endings. So.
Oh yeah, bro. Shout outs to DVDs when they had alternate endings. Cause you can't get that no more, bro. That's a rare commodity nowadays, bro. Now they already charge you more money than a DVD. Now they want to not give you like no director's cut, like there's no tracks with like director's cuts. There's no like.
No commentary.
Yeah, there's none of that, bro. They don't give that to you anymore. That was the whole incentive to like to the DVD to get people to buy it, and then like now we're in like the whole 4K and the best resolution, and they want to give you only like the best resolution or not barely the best resolution, and then they just want to cut as much content out. Like you don't get no bonus stuff. You know, it's like they get really lazy.
Not to mention all the streaming crap. You know, people don't even buy the movies anymore.
Right, they just rent it.
In like 10 years, they're gonna want to watch all these movies again, and they can't because they've been taken offline.
Right. Well, you know, that's why everybody like they rent. You know what I mean? They have renting, or they have these like you said, the streaming services, right? They have these streaming services, and they're able to like watch the movie. So, but you know, I'm still a physical media person, but like I do understand like the conveniences of like streaming. Like I totally get it. So.
Oh yeah, I get that too. But whenever you have that hankering to watch a movie that you probably used to own, it makes me mad whenever I know I used to have it, but we like sold it at a garage sale or something.
Right.
Like
Got rid of it.
It's like, oh man, why did I do that? Because these movies are like my dad's old collection.
Right.
From forever ago. And he had pretty good taste.
Right,
all the movies that he likes are just premium content. And the DVDs do not look that bad.
Oh no, they don't. Well, a lot of times the DVDs, you know, they played in 480p, you know, and there was actually a content of like media that was a little bit like it wasn't unpopular, it just didn't get the traction that it should have gotten. And there was a VHS, there was like a HD, let's call it SD VHS, and it was like really high quality film. And you know what I mean, like most films are like most movies, I should say, are filmed on film, right? They recorded on film. Excuse me, that's what I should have said.
Yeah, back in the day.
That's how most of the movies were recorded, on film.
Absolutely.
So they had a feature. This is during the time of like before VHS eventually became obsolete. Like you had DVD, and then you had like this SD VHS. You had a VHS that was like really high quality and very close to the actual film that you would get on a reel. And you know, it had like very superior qualities of like actually watching it on a movie in a movie theater, but you had like a lot of like true colors and true like you had like a lot of you know, good quality images from that movie at that time. So and it was interesting because you had to have a special VHS player that would actually like it would play like a DVD player. So if you want to like skip a chapter, you can skip a chapter and it would like fast forward for you or rewind to that spot. But the
So probably like premium stuff.
yeah,
outside.
it was a very expensive hardware to have for VHS.
Yeah.
It was high quality VHS, but you know, it was very, very unpopular at the time because like people were already moving on to DVD. You know, like that was like the last hoorah for the VHS because they made so much money on VHS. That was the thing. So like the whole thing was like DVDs and HD and all that stuff. So because at the time, like, you know, DVDs were offering 480p image, which is really good. You know, 480p, especially if you had like a SD TV or if you had a Sony Wega or you had anything that has supported 480p. You know, it was a big jump in quality as far as like resolution. So because most movies were filmed on VHS and the resolution was 240p for the most part. It was like really, really low resolution. But you know, it is what it is.
A lot of VHS tapes too. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
You know, because this was my parents' collection. You know, they're from. You know, they were teenagers in the '90s. You know, started the family in the early 2000s. You know, that's when I was born. So you know, VHS didn't really stop being produced until 2006. So, and then imagine all the discount then VHSs that they picked up. So, you know, we have this giant collection of action movies from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s on VHS, and they're great. And they really don't look too bad. Not really as great as the DVDs, some of them. But I wouldn't watch Die Hard any other way. You know, Die Hard to me is a VHS only experience.
You said it's a VHS only experience?
Yeah, for Die Hard, in my opinion. Like that, like some movies just need to be watched a certain way.
Right. No, I get it. I understand.
Just because, you know, like that's the era that they came out. Like,
Right.
I wouldn't want to play Battlefield 3 on like a PS5 necessarily, unless it was re-released.
Right.
I don't know. I know that's too stupid comparison. That's horrible. I take it back.
Well, you know, like most people are gonna play, you know, that they're gonna play like Battlefield 3. You know, most people are gonna play Battlefield 3 on PS5 because you know they remember owning PS3. For the majority of the people, but like I understand where you're coming from. Like you prefer playing on original hardware, and that's how a lot of people are. You know, when it comes to like these old school like retro things, you know, they want to do it on original hardware.
That's the point I was trying to make. Yeah, sometimes original hardware gives you that feel that you can't get anywhere else. But yeah, so I have some other videos here that I'll read off. I've been watching a lot of Bruce Willis movies. He has some great stuff.
Which one?
Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah, Bruce Willis. Yeah. He's got a lot of great movies.
Yeah. I watched this one on VHS. Yeah, let me grab it real quick. Make sure I get the title right. It'll take a second.
He had a lot of great movies. He did one movie, The Jackal. The Jackal is another one. Where he actually plays like a villainous character.
Dude, you just had the title of the movie I was looking for. Yeah.
That one, The Jackal.
I watched that pretty recently.
Yeah, that one's actually really good.
It's great.
He's got a lot of movies. There's another one. There's another good one. That I forgot what the name was called. I could tell you the name. I gotta look it up. But it's a really, I mean, it'd probably be a controversial movie nowadays, but it's actually a really good movie when I watched it. I have to remember the name. It's a cop movie, but it's where he's playing a police. He's playing a police officer, and he's part of like investigating a crime. I have to look it up. I don't remember the name, but I remember watching it back in the day. It was really good. There was a lot of great movies in the 90s. Like I really liked a lot of those movies. I feel like you can't. I feel like it's kind of hard to get movies like that anymore. I feel like a lot of movies that came out in the 90s, if you get them, they're like on like Netflix or a streaming service or something. You know, like some company has to take. They have to fund it. You know, like Hollywood to do those movies like they used to. You know.
Yeah, they're a imitation of their former glory.
Right, exactly. 'Cause I remember like, I just remember like going to the theater, man, and be able to watch a movie like even with my dad. You know what I mean? Like my dad used to take me to the films, and we used to go watch movies. It would be rated R, and it was like, you know, I couldn't go in there by myself, but you know, my dad's like, hey, we're gonna watch. He's like, you wanna watch this? Yeah, we go watch it. You know, that was the whole thing about it. It's like, you know, most movies now are just PG-13, you know. They expect, like, teenagers to kind of just go to the movies on their own without their parents, you know. So, I'm trying to think. That movie.
You think of that movie title, because I have another Bruce Willis movie that I want to talk about.
Let me see here. He had a lot of great movies. I've seen a lot of Bruce Willis movies. Let's see here what it's called.
Yeah, it's sad about his diagnosis, his Alzheimer's.
Yeah, he's like sick.
Yeah, he has a form of degenerative Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
He's lived one of the most full lives of a person in the world, you know. I mean, he has had so many great experiences, and he's not dead, you know.
Right.
So, like, I was talking to somebody the other day about that. Like, you know, people are acting like he died. He's still alive. He's still cognizant. You know, he can still talk to people. He just doesn't remember some of the stuff that he did.
Right.
See, this is a lot more fun than just playing Metro, like, straight up, you know?
Right.
Like, that's what I've been doing the past few days, is just playing it, you know, try hard as crap, because everybody's always like, alright, I'm going to Bravo!
Right.
You know,
No, dude, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Pretending they're a Marine or something.
See, I just prefer playing gentleman's rules a lot of times, because I feel like Metro is kind of unbalanced a lot of times. It's already so unbalanced that I feel like it should be played this way. Like, no one should be able to take Charlie. It should probably be like, it should only be like, it should just be a one objective type of game. You know, it just feels like it should, like, Bravo should be the only objective people should be trying to get, but no one can get A or Charlie.
Type of thing?
Yeah, it's like, you know, that's how I really feel about it.
Yeah,
It's
B
like,
flag Metro is pretty good idea. Yeah, B flag is fun when you don't have, like, you know, people get mad at you. For,
right. I mean, this thing though with like B flag, everyone's so competitive, you know. Most of the people that play, they're, you know, they're always calling everybody a hacker type situation. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that's because those people are so good at the game.
Right. They have their strategies and
they
stuff.
Just operate on a different level. Yeah, and they probably got a high IQ. You know, let's be real here. Like these guys who play so amazingly well, but they can prove they don't cheat. These guys are probably smart.
Right. Well, there's some people, bro. They do cheat. There's some players that they're so competitive that They, you know, and I was explaining this earlier. It's like there's some people that use cheats, but they don't. As long as it's not one shot, they don't consider it as that bad. So if they're not using like one shot, it's not a big deal to them. But like to everybody else, it's like, well,
Yeah.
you have to be, you know, like you have to turn on cheats to do something, right? To have some type of advantage. So that's what happens in this game, whether you like it or not. People may believe that that's not the case. You know what I mean? You always have to think about Murphy's Law, man. When anything that can happen, it's a possibility that it could happen. So, you know, more than likely that's how people play, and they just don't they don't like publicly let people know that, oh yeah, I'm using RTM tools. You know, they're not going to tell you for the most part, but unless they're recording their gameplay and they're showing you that they're not cheating, then that's the only other way. But you know, that's it is what it is, though. The games are what they are. But I still, me personally, I still do not want to play this game unless I own a server, because of that factor. Because every time I play on like the West Coast servers, the DICE servers, it happens like just about 9 out of 10 times, bro. You're always gonna run into somebody cheating, using like RTM tools. Unless you're like with a group of friends that are playing the game, then it's not gonna be that big of a deal. But it just sucks, you know. If you're just a casual solo player, you know, you're gonna always have to run into that.
What was the name of that guy? That used to, I mean, he probably still is, but he used to be on the live streams like every time. He knew who every player was.
Oh, you're talking about Exotica?
What's his old name?
Exotica. You're talking about Shingo. So Shingo is a character on an anime called Initial D. I mean, he's like one of the like antagonist characters. And his name was Shingo, but like, you know, I know who he is, but everybody knows who he is. But he's like, you know, he's a big he likes Battlefield 3 a lot, so you know, but he doesn't like playing against cheaters.
Yeah, I would say he's like one of those guys that's like really smart. And I'm just talking like the generic high IQ type of thing, you know? Like these guys probably got that like 180 IQ or something like that.
Well, you know, he definitely knows the game, that's for sure. He definitely knows the game to know that if someone's playing unfairly or not. But I feel like, me personally, I've played the game so long that I can like kind of see like what he's like whenever he's talking about someone's like they know where you are at times, the way they explain it. And after playing like and I play those people, you tend to see like what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Because it's like no matter like who they are, bro, like and there's people that are good at the game, but there's something like we're all human, so it's like we're not gonna always know or be able to watch every single angle when someone's coming around the corner a lot of times. So but it tends to happen on this game a lot, and for the people that are not cheating, you know what I mean, you can kill them, you know what I mean. It's not like if I jump around the corner and they didn't spot me or their teammate didn't spot me, I should be able to kill them. But the guys that like Exotica talks about, and I play these guys and I played them before, I'll be coming around the corner and I swear to God, these guys like they turn and look directly at me as if they saw me on the mini map, right? It's like they're not playing fair a lot of times. So it really sucks that you have to deal with that, but there's people who do that, and I end up finding out like some of these guys that play really competitively and they use these cheats, like they have like a mental disability. And I'm not making fun of them. Like they actually they actually have like some type of a mental disability, or they're physically like disabled at some point. Yeah,
you were also earlier you were talking about how or maybe yesterday you were talking about how they have personality disorder, right?
Yeah, they do. They have like multiple like accounts and stuff, and they pretend to be like one person, or like they actually like they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm this person, or they'll be like, I've had these guys tell me like, oh yeah, I'm about 350, and I'll send a message about 350. I was like, bro, was this you? He'd be like, no, that's not me. And I'm like, bro, like you're willing to like impersonate somebody or say you are someone else to try to like get me to agree with you. You know, like that's how far they go, and it's like. It's just ridiculous. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like so, like, it's so out there.
It's too extra.
It's like, bro, turn off the game, open the door, and step outside. Just go do that, bro. You do yourself a favor and everybody else. You know?
Yeah, see, you know that I'm never going to do that because I got a mic, you know?
Right.
So you could just, like, that's a fact check right there. You could just talk to me. And, you know, like, it's harder to lie to somebody, you know, to talking to them instead of just through, like, a text or whatever.
Right.
So, you know, I'll never pull anything like cheating, or not cheating, but like trying to pull your leg or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, so that other Bruce Willis movie.
I'm trying to remember the movie, bro. I can't find it. I'm literally trying to find it. Like, I cannot find it. I'm trying to look for it right now for whatever reason. I know he was in the other popular movie, The Fifth Element. That's another popular movie.
Oh yeah, that's like
Fifth
one of the
Element.
biggest movies. That's like that and Die Hard are his like two biggest movies. In the Jackal, like Jack Black gets killed.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
to
right.
see Jack Black.
Yeah, right.
It was really out of left field.
I'm just trying to find his movies in the 1990s because it was in the 1990s. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. I don't know why,
Alright, we better pull back on these guys.
I'm trying to. I was thinking about switching teams, but I can't switch you over and myself over because it won't let me switch that person. I was just not even like fighting. I'm literally not even like.
Yeah.
I'm just literally sitting
They
back.
got Air Force.
Those guys. So the Air
I know
Force
he's pretty
guys.
laggy.
Just so you know, the Air Force guys is Heinzig, Incursion, and I forgot the other guy, but they're like any of the Air Force people are the guys from they're the admins on the
Enemy soldier spotted.
on the Heinzig server.
Okay, yeah, I think I heard the one about the other guy, but not Heinzig himself.
Yeah, no, Heinzig.
But
He's like
it's
he's
funny
one.
because-
He's on an alt account and he plays on here.
Right. Because it's like Air Force USA, and then you look at his account, and it's not America.
Right, exactly. Completely.
Like, let me make sure so I'm not making an ass of myself.
Right. It's like that's like the
Oh,
dead
no,
giveaway.
no. That one does say English USA. So maybe it's the other ones. Like I think it's like Air Force RO. I think that might be like Romania or something like
Right.
that. And then there's man, I don't know what the other one is. It's been a couple days. You know, I had that memory issue from that bad confession I had.
Right.
Way back. But yeah, those guys are pretty good. So that should balance out the server for now. I'm just gonna put Metro on again because this is.
I mean, if you want to, bro, you can, cause you know, Metro's always a popular server. No matter like what happens, it's always a popular server. It's always like, I was even surprised people were playing it last night when I came back home because, like, I'm usually like, when I come back home, I can't even like, it's always a toss up if like my server is filled up or not. So sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. You know, sometimes that's why I like try to let people like. I let more people be admin so that they can fill up the server. Maybe they play with their friends, and they just manage the game. Because I'm usually not on that often.
Looks like CA Army got off.
Yeah, he got off. He's got work tomorrow. He's a normal person like everybody else. They got jobs and
Yeah.
you know.
That's the beauty of Battlefield 3 is that most of these people are just regular guys.
Yeah, exactly. They're just regular normies.
But like the problem with all the new games, like well not really like new games, but like on the consoles nowadays, it's just like people who don't have a job. Like they're just unemployed like permanently, and they have all day to play video games like 24/7. Which
Right.
it's not a problem. It's a different deal. It's a different scenario. Because most of these guys, you know, like most of them do have to get off from work, and you know they can't be on forever.
Right.
That's my situation.
You can't be on as long as you'd like to be.
Go and get your med kit.
Yeah.
I need ammo.
I mean, if I take a vacation, I can be on more often, but I gotta work to earn those vacations a lot of times.
Yeah, but then you take a vacation and then you're working because you stream it.
Right. Bro, like, it takes, you know what I mean? Like, people don't realize, like, you know, like, you know, if you work hard and you save your money, like, you know, you can have a nice vacation, but, you know, you have to, like, choose how long you want it, how much money you gotta save to have it that long. So, like, I've met people, bro, like, I've met people that they work really, really hard. They don't ever take a day off. They save up enough money to, like, give themselves, like, 6 months or a year. You know what I mean? They don't even choose to work anymore just because, you know, they just want to spend that much time off, you know? So, there's people that are like that I know.
Alright, don't revive me again, guys. Alright.
Well, it's gonna be kind of hard. It's all good.
Okay, so I'll talk about my Bruce Lee movie. Or not Bruce Lee, Jesus.
Bruce Willis.
Uh,
Hey, Bruce Lee's got some good movies
yeah,
too.
yeah.
If you haven't seen
Oh,
his
yeah,
movies,
yeah, for sure.
he's got some great movies.
But the one I mentioned earlier, sorry my mic's doing that. Here, I'll see if it'll stop. It's called Lucky Number 11. I know 11 sounds weird, but it's actually a very good movie. I'll give you kind of a gist of it. No spoilers or anything. So Bruce Willis. Okay, well I'll spoil it if I do it that way. Okay, so Morgan Freeman is in the movie. He's one of the main characters. Have you seen Iron Man 2? I think it is, where they have the Mandarin.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Like the bad guy, the fake bad guy is the Mandarin.
Yes.
He's like this British guy.
Yeah.
But he's one of the villains in Lucky Number 11. So they're like the two main bad guys, Morgan Freeman and this British guy.
Right.
And he's called the Rabbi, and Morgan Freeman is called the Boss. And they used to be buddies like 20 years ago, before the movie takes place. And that's whenever they started their empire. But they had a falling out. So they live in buildings right next to each other in New York City, but they hate each other now.
Right.
Like they're trying to assassinate each other. So they call in Bruce Willis to assassinate the other guy. And they each contact Bruce Willis. So they set up this extravagant plot to like kill both of them. It's a funny story. But yeah, it's very well put together. And I was thoroughly surprised by the movie because it has such a weird title.
Right.
But if I tell you anything else, I'll spoil it. So I'm just gonna
Right.
leave it there.
Gotcha.
You know, it's a Bruce Willis movie. It's good, and it's pretty long too. But
Right.
the setup is just immaculate, and the climax is beautiful. So
Okay.
that's what I'll leave it at that.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll
It has an name, so I'll remember that name. That was a very odd name.
Yeah, I'll leave it in the YouTube chat real quick, and you can like screenshot or something.
Well, I found the name of the movie finally. It came out in 1993. It was called Striking Distance. That's the name of that movie, Striking Distance. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good movie. It's a police. It's one of those police corruption movies. You know what I mean? A lot of like blackmailing and stuff, but it's really good.
What's it called?
Called Striking Distance.
How long has it been since you've seen Die Hard, like the Die Hard series?
Bro, it's been a long time. Some people that like watch that movie because a lot of people consider Die Hard a Christmas movie, which I understand. Most time, like
Yeah.
I have a few Christmas movies that I watch, but I don't always get to watch them all the time. But movies like what's the other one? Like Batman Returns is a Christmas movie. You know, there's a lot of movies that people, you know, watch and they remember them as Christmas movies. Like Batman Returns, bro. I watched Batman Returns when it came out in theaters, so like I remember that in theaters. I watched that in theaters, so I remember it very vividly. But I still remember it very vividly when my dad bought the movie on VHS. I still remember when he brought the movie home and like we watched it. Like I really like I had a big love for Batman, you know, as a kid. So even though like there was a lot of controversy with those movies because, you know, they were so dark or they had dark themes to it, like I didn't particularly care because I liked the character so much. So
Yeah, I was reading about that. I was reading about that the other day, about how it was like critics didn't like it, so they bombed the reviews for a couple weeks or whatever, and it stopped a lot of people from actually seeing the movie. Like parents didn't take their kids to watch it.
yeah, it was
reality,
complete
it's not
BS.
really that bad.
No, yeah, exactly. It was all a matter of like that's the thing. Dark themes are. It's very subjective, you know. That's what people don't understand. It's a very subjective type of art. So, you know, like, yeah, it's dark, but that doesn't mean it's like evil. You know, like there's nothing evil.
Yeah, that's the good term for it. Nothing evil about
Right. There's nothing malicious behind it, right? It's just the way the story's being like told. You know. This is different. It's just the art, you know. It's the art style.
I like his Batman. I think it's Christian Bale, right?
Oh, Christian Bale is the one that did the reboot. Yeah, he's the one when they started doing like the origin stories and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't mind those movies, but you know, I was born in the 2000s, so he's the Batman I had.
Right, that's the one you watched.
Yeah, I mostly watch the cartoons though, so there's plenty of good cartoon ones. And my grandfather, he was really into the 80s Batman series, I think it is, the cartoon. So he had all the box sets, all the VHS sets. He proudly displayed them for years until they finally stopped putting the movies out.
Right.
Like, not finally, but like, you know, they used to have this giant display of VHS tapes, and then they switched off to DVDs, and then they switched off to Blu-rays.
Yeah, bro. Let me tell you something though. So the animated series with Kevin Conroy, the voice actor who passed away, unfortunately, but because he had,
rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace, man. Because I grew up. That was my animated series Batman as a kid, and for those listening and watching, it's like I still remember watching the pilot episode of Batman the animated series when I was a kid, and I remember watching with my dad. And the pilot episode played. It didn't play during the day. It actually played in the evening, right? it was during like after dinner time, right? Like that's when they aired it the first time. And I still remember watching it with my dad, and you know, it was really cool to watch it animated, and you know, it was really cool. And my dad, you know, he used to work, and I was very blessed that to have a father. At least like my dad, he worked at it, like, you know, he worked really hard. You know, he worked in a really good company. At the time was like telecommunications and stuff. So you know, he made a lot of money. He made good money, and they got a lot of perks. You know, so like he was able to like get movie tickets that, you know, most people had to like either had to reserve or, you know somebody, and we were able to watch like movies like Batman, like the it's called the Phantasm. I forgot what it's called. Something of the Phantasm. We were able to watch the animated, like the first film of the animated series of Batman in theaters, and you know, like it was such an exciting time to watch that movie because it was like, you know what I mean, it was in theaters and it was very high quality. So like there was a lot of cool
like
stuff.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, it was a blockbuster film, but you know, it was like its first debut of like a movie, so it was cool watching it. I still remember like they had like,
Oh, you watched the premiere?
yeah, I watched the premiere. It was the premiere of the movie, and it was not in a regular theater. Like it was in a very high end, like specific theater you had to go watch it. So I remember watching it.
Funny enough, you could probably find exactly where it was too.
Yeah, exactly. If I look it up, because like when I watched that film,
how cool would that be?
I would like to know what film it was. 'Cause I don't remember what theater it was that we went to go watch the film, but it was an interesting.
In like Dallas or something?
It was in Dallas. I just don't remember like exactly where it was. But like they had like they had like an event, or they had like a giveaway when I was watching the movie, and I still remember I didn't win the event, but it was really cool how they did it. They were like, oh yeah, like, you know, they were like talking, like some guy came out in the middle of the theater and talked about how like this is the first film for the animated series, and it's just like thanking everybody for coming by and stuff. And then they're like, we're doing a giveaway for like the action figures and stuff, and they had like the Batwing, like the toy, you know what I mean? They were giving it away to, you know, like one lucky person, and you know, they had like a number underneath the seat. If you checked underneath the seat, if the number matched, you know what I mean, you were able to come down and like claim that action figure. So it was really cool. I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh, that's really cool that they did something like that. But I wasn't bummed out or anything. I just thought that was really cool that they were giving away something that was in the movie that you could like own. So, but
Yeah, whenever I was a kid, you know Mr. Bean?
yeah, Mr. Bean, yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
There was this movie that, the sequel came out, and it's called like Mr. Bean Goes on Vacation.
You're right.
Like
Mr.
that.
Bean Goes on
Me
Vacation.
and my dad. Yeah, me and my dad and my brother, we went to see that, and it was one of the like earliest showings of it in our area. So that was awesome to see. Good memory too. And a funny movie.
Right, and a funny movie. Yeah, Mr. Bean was always funny. That guy was like, he would always come on late at night for me at least, and I remember we used to watch it, and it would be hilarious. But yeah, like I think he's like more popular in like Europe, but he was just popular over here too. So.
Oh yeah. And this was, you know, he was super popular. Sorry about my mic. I think it was like the 80s, the late 80s and the 90s. So this was like a sequel after he was super popular, and it still was packed that day. Can you hear that like super loud?
I mean, I can hear that noise, but it's all good. It's not a big deal.
I'm not touching the mic at all.
Yeah, it's just
still.
Yeah, the mic's going bad. It's all good.
Yeah, I use these buds called Turtle Leaf. Turtle Beach Battle Bug.
Yeah, I spotted an enemy.
They
Right.
came out for the Nintendo Switch, but I really like them. Because they like are very secure in my ear.
Here's your med.
But yeah, so the microphone I think is kind of wet when I was squeezing it one time. But now it makes this weird noise. But yeah, so let's see if there's any other movies real quick.
No, you know what's another good movie that I could tell you that was memorable? That I remember growing up was Batman Forever. Batman Forever was another movie that was like a pivotal point of the Batman franchise that came back because like you had 1989, which was a hit, and then you had Batman Returns, which was very controversial, and then like there was a hiatus, right? And then you had Batman Forever that came out, and it was just a big success. It was like one of the most anticipated movies to watch, and it came out during the summertime. And I remember watching it, bro. I remember waiting in line. I still remember waiting in line to watch that movie. It was summertime, bro, and I was ready to watch that film. You know, it was really a memorable moment because I remember we watched it with my brother. You know, my brothers and my father. You know, we went to go watch that movie, so we were waiting in line. Very, very memorable moment. Like. That's why a lot of people, they like that movie, even though like a lot of people consider it a bad movie. It's actually not as bad in comparison to like Batman and Robin. Like Batman and Robin is probably like the more like insulting of the movie because it's like really cheesy, campy. You know what I mean? Like there was some level of a story in Forever that you could like respect and stuff. So like that's why that movie was more successful because it was telling a good story, even though the characters were a little bit campy, but it still had a good cast to back up the film and worth for you to go watch the movie. You know, and you could go watch the movie multiple times and have a good time with your friends and stuff. So it was that kind of movie. But or Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was another one. Oh man, bro, Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Oh my god. Did you watch that one? Have you seen Mortal Kombat, the original one?
Yeah. Whenever I was a kid, my parents actually let us watch that movie. Like we watched it like pretty often, like twice a year. You know, we would get all the popcorn made and we'd watch it. Because at that point, Mortal Kombat was still extremely popular.
Right.
And it was pretty great. I haven't seen it in probably a decade, but
right.
Yeah, whenever I was a kid, we watched it quite a bit. It was one of my dad's and my mom's favorites.
Right.
So, that was fun. And my dad's absolute favorite movie is actually The Fifth Element.
Oh, The Fifth Element, bro. Fifth Element is a lot of people's favorite movie, bro. Like a lot of people remember watching The Fifth Element when it had came out. Like that was a very memorable movie for a lot of people. Like even though I never watched The Fifth Element like that, a lot of my friends that I know, they always talk about Fifth Element. You know what I mean? And they're always like, bro, that movie was so like crazy back in the day. To them, you know what I mean? So and I understand that. So.
And I don't want to get into like an hour-long discussion about it, but I actually like the Star Wars prequels.
Oh yeah, Star Wars sequels.
I don't think they're that bad.
Yeah, hey man, I get it, bro. Like you know what I mean? There's people who like it and there's people who don't like it. You know, like I'm one of those people that watch like Star Wars after everyone else watched it. Like I didn't watch Star Wars until like the 2000s. Like I didn't even watch any of it until the 2000s. Yeah, like I literally like when I finally watched it. I was like it was in the 2000s, and it was like after they did all the like the remasters and the remakes and stuff. That's when I watched it, but I thought they were good. I watched the first one, the second one, and the third one, and I was like, okay, this is really good. And I like it, and this is I should say this. I watched episode 1, episode 2, and episode. Actually, I watched episode 1 and 2 first before watching any of the old ones. So when I saw episode 1,
Okay.
I was in middle school. Like I was like in the 6th grade when I watched episode 1, and I loved it. I thought it was great. So when I watched like the old ones, I loved it even more. So, you know, I didn't have like a hate like a lot of people did with the episode 1 and 2, because like there was a lot of people like, oh, I hated episode 2, and you know, but it felt like it was more like the older crowd that didn't like it. But like a lot of people that were young or in my grade school at the time, they enjoyed those movies. And I remember I met people that were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch episode 1 again or episode 2 again, right? So they were always like, they enjoyed those movies. But you know, I didn't like the new stuff, but
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. I thought they could have done it better. They had some good ideas, but you know,
Yeah, I think it's a real shame, just because it's such a great property that has so much history. It feels
Right.
like they kind of flubbed it. But that's the directors they chose, and the fact that they had so much oversight over the movies themselves. You know, they
Right.
were like, okay, we need to make it kid friendly and adult friendly.
right, exactly.
And whenever yeah, and you can't really, I mean, you can do that, but you're gonna get such a bland movie, and that's
Exactly.
what ended up happening.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Like, you gotta make the movie how they intended to make the movie the first time. You know what I mean? Like, Lucasfilms, like the director was not. He was not like, okay, this movie's gonna be targeting kids, babies, and you know what I mean. They're not like the demographic is not to be intended to hit every single demographic. You know what I mean? We're not talking about
Yeah.
everybody. Like, and you can clearly see, and I'm gonna be specific here because that's what they did. You know what I mean? These guys are like, okay, we're the current Disney. We need to hit the LGBTQ. We need to hit like the colored, the you know, everybody. Like, everyone has to be inclusive in this next movie, and
Yeah.
it just kind of like breaks the story. You know what I mean? Like, for the sake of making everyone inclusive. You know what I mean? That's what ruins it.
Yeah, and you know what the real shame is with that is the fact that Star Wars itself, George Lucas's version of Star Wars, was very diverse. I know that word might be, you know, a bad word to some people, but it was, you know, there were so many planets,
Right.
that they could have
Aliens.
created. Yeah, aliens. It didn't have to be on the same planets that they had already done. You know, like all I saw whenever I was in school, because it came out whenever I was in high school, the new one.
Right.
All it was, oh man, I can't wait to see something new, is what everybody I knew was talking about,
Right.
who knew what Star Wars was. And then they just rehashed old stuff. They did the same planets. They did a few new ones, like Jakku or whatever,
Right.
which is like the desert planet that the main character girl came from. But then again, that planet is exactly like Tatooine, which is where Luke came from, the original main character. So, you know, it's like you have all this stuff that isn't really new. But, you know, I didn't enjoy them really at all. But that's because I'd already watched everything, you know. I
Right.
watched the good parts. Looks like we scared off the other guys in the squad.
One of these guys are talking too much.
That's it.
You guys talking too
exactly.
much.
Oh man, they won't shut up.
Like Die Hard was
Yeah.
Die Hard's my favorite movie. I get it.
Yeah, so Die Hard 1 is really good. And I watched these movies kind of like months in between, so I
Right.
didn't kind of ruin it for myself. I didn't want to binge watch them. And that was the perfect way to do it. Because I'd never seen the movies in full before. You know, like on TV, I'd probably catch the tail end of Die Hard 1.
Right.
And that was it. But like, my dad was pretty, not liberal when it came to showing us movies, but you know, like, if there was an action movie on he would put it on. He
Right.
was a good Christian man. But when there was an action movie on, he was just a regular guy. So,
Right.
I mean, and some of those movies got some pretty messed up stuff. Regardless, so I never watched the movies in full, but Die Hard 1 is a masterpiece, and I didn't think there would be a better movie. But then I watched Die Hard 2.
Right.
Then I
Right.
watched Die Hard 3. They just keep getting better. Now, I haven't seen number 4 or number 5, but 1 through 3 are just...
Right. It's a classic, bro. It's a classic. It's one of those like really classic movies.
Yeah.
That's all that it is. A classic film, you know. It was like one of the most popular
Number
things to
1
watch, you
is
know.
it's in the building. Number 2 is in an airport, which is also during Christmas. But the number 3, I don't think is during Christmas. And that one is the entire city of New York. You know, it's crazy. Like the bases have just kept getting bigger and bigger. And they're great movies. The third one has Samuel Jackson as the main character. Also, he's like the sole main character, and he really made the movie shine. So I'm happy with those movies.
Right.
Definitely got my dad's money worth out of them.
Right. Right.
I got another one here. I've also been watching a lot of Sylvester Stallone movies.
Oh yeah, Sylvester Stallone's got a lot of great movies. A lot of his movies
Absolutely.
are good.
Recently, I watched Cobra.
Okay, Cobra.
You know Cobra?
I know that
Yeah.
one.
That's a great movie. And then I watched. Tango and I don't remember, but it's a buddy cop movie.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, they hate each other, so it's not
Right.
a buddy cop movie.
It's usually
a
like
buddy
that.
Cop movie.
They don't, you know what I mean? They're like
Yeah.
rivals.
Oh yeah, I guess buddy cop movies are, yeah. I don't know, but you know, like I didn't get to watch a lot of these movies whenever I was a kid, just like the stuff that was on TV that was censored.
Right.
Watching these movies is a bit of a trick because they're kind of different than they were on TV. Tango and Cash is what it's called.
Okay, Tango and Cash.
Yeah, and that one has the other actor who's really popular at the time. I don't remember his name. He has like the kind of mullet style hair almost.
Right.
Like white guy doesn't have quite a mullet, but it's like almost a mullet.
Right.
Let
Let me see. Tango and Cash. Was it Kurt Russell?
It is Kurt Russell. Yes. It's like an award show or like a you know, the TV show.
Yeah, Kurt Russell at that time. He
I
had a
don't know,
mullet.
my-
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And that was a great movie. I would say that one was probably better than Cobra.
Right.
Cobra is based on like the name of the movie comes from the gun that he uses, but his name is Cobretti in the movie. And he's also called Cobra, or maybe it's just his name. I don't know. But yeah. So he's called Cobretti. He's like discriminated against because he kills people, kills the bad guys, and he's like, "Oh, Cobra, you gotta stop killing people."
Right.
And Russell thinks he's like some like I think he thinks he's what's the term for going corrupt? He thinks he's like bent or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, so he thinks he's like a bad cop, but then they go to jail together because they get murdered.
Right.
And then they have to escape prison because they don't get sent to the right prison. They get sent to the one that all their people that they put away went to. So they're all like trying to be killed like all day and night.
Huh.
That one's yeah, it's a pretty good movie. That's Tango and Cash, by the way.
Right. Tango and Cash.
Not Cobra. Yeah, they're kind of similar movies.
No, that one actually looks pretty interesting. I'll check that one out. Yeah, because like,
and it's funny.
a lot of good movies you can actually watch. And by the way, like, I'm not like I have subscription services. Like, I don't have too many subscription services, but I do have them. But there are a lot of good there's a lot of good movies that are played on like local television still, and also like through like other free apps to watch movies and shows like Tubi TV, you know what I mean? You can get a lot of like good movies, that you may not have seen yet, right? They may be older movies, but older movies are still good, It's just that people they don't consider them that good, but because they're old, but there's a lot of charm involved with those movies, and it's interesting to watch those movies because like some of them use practical effects, you know what I mean? Like they use like different techniques. They don't have no CGI. Some will look a little corny than most. So
yeah, it gives them that charm because
exactly
it's real stuff. It's no computer.
Right. They got to work,
at all.
within the confines of what they actually have. That was the whole thing about those movies in the first place. A lot of those like movies in the 90s, like they had like actual like practical effects, big stage pieces and stuff. So like especially like movies like Jurassic Park. Like Jurassic Park is another one of those movies, and I remember watching Jurassic Park when it came out in theaters. Like it was such a great film, and it was so cool to see the dinosaurs like on the big screen, and it was just so surreal. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh my god, bro. It's like,
yeah,
is this real or is this like, you know what I mean? Because during that time there was no like there was level of CGI. You had CGI, but it was not at that level. You know what I mean? Like it was very, very like Nintendo 64 level like CGI. You know what I mean? It did not look did not look good at all.
Yeah. You know what I like is when they re-release movies into theaters, like old movies.
Right.
So you can watch them on the big screen again in like IMAX.
Right.
That's great.
Well, there's a few theaters that do that in Texas, and like Alamo Drafthouse, they have certain days where they announce that, hey, we're gonna be playing these older films in theaters, and people can pay, you know what I mean, watch it in the theaters. So they're like one of the only places that I know locally that does it.
They were building an Alamo Drafthouse, like they completed it and everything, in my old hometown, in Texas. Well, not hometown, but where I used to live.
Right.
And they closed it. Like,
really?
It wasn't even open for like a month, and it closed.
It just closed?
And it was gigantic.
Bro,
yeah.
And they're nice. They're really nice, man. If you ever get a chance to go,
open.
You should definitely go visit one. If you ever get a chance to go to Alamo Drafthouse, it's the most like, to me, like when I think of a premium experience, or like going to a movie, that's the place to go to, because they have very strict rules. Nobody could be on their phone. You can't be on your phone. You can't people will get ejected out of the theater, and that's the good thing about it, because like you're not gonna get like regular type of people there. You're always gonna get the people that are the moviegoer type of people. So like it's really good. Like no one's talking in the theater, no one's on their phone in the theater. Everybody's like they're the moviegoer. They want to watch a movie. And the other cool part is like you can order food, you can order beer. You know what I mean? Like they got like a lot of cool like custom theme type of like meals and like drinks, like special drinks that are made just for the movie. So like I had a lot of cool like moments at Alamo Drafthouse. That's like usually where I go. for most of my movies.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun thing.
Yeah, it is, bro. Especially when you go with your friends. You know, it's even better. You know, like.
Yeah, my brother takes his. Oh, by the way, my brother got married.
Oh,
to his,
nice! Congratulations to him.
Girlfriend.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, they were together for like 8-9 years.
Right.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, he takes his wife to dinner and movies all the time. Like they have this one. It's like a fancy name. What's the fancy movie theater called? Like it just sounds fancy.
AMC. AMC's not that fancy, but that's like
no, it's not AMC.
AMC's like the zoo, bro. Like you go there, everybody's there, like everyone's like throwing popcorn across the aisles like it's a football or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't stand going.
We got an AMC here in town.
The only theater
now.
that I go to that's not like that is not Alamo Drafthouse, and most time I go to the last showing, just because I don't want to have to deal with people. It's like United Artists. Like that's the only other place I go to.
You know where Fossil Creek is?
Fossil Creek?
Texas, Fossil Creek.
I
know that's on the other side of town from you.
I'll have to look it up.
'Cause you're in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm in Dallas. I haven't traveled like all the way through, Dallas, but
Yeah. Are you in North Dallas or like South Dallas?
I'm like near North Dallas.
Like
I'm in like near North Dallas area.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been to Dallas a couple times, but it's like on field trips or something. Like I went to the aquarium one time, and that was really nice. Back in the day before everybody had a cell phone. And I went into like a theater, like not a movie theater, but like a theater there.
Right.
And that was whenever I was in elementary school.
Right.
So that was forever ago.
Right, long time ago. Back in the G, man. Back in the
Yeah,
G.
man, it's weird. It's weird thinking I'm getting older, man. I'm not a teenager anymore.
I know, bro. Like
the biggest thing.
it's funny. I get made fun of for my age all the time, and that's fine. Like people, I always tell them like, hey, you're gonna get there one day too. Don't even worry about it. But it's like, you try to live a healthy life. Try to be as youthful as you can. You know what I mean? Like everybody has to go through those. Especially when you're young, they got to live through their experiences just like you did. So, it's crazy to think like you're getting older.
You're back.
Right. So like, you just make sure
I
like
remember the name of the movie theater.
Yeah, which one? What was it called?
It's called Regal.
Yeah, Regal. That's United Artists.
Regal.
That's United Artists.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the theater. That's the theater I'm talking about. That's the theater that I go.
The
That
one in town. So the one in town that he goes to is the Fossil Creek, and apparently they do dinner in the movie at that one. Holy moly! Tony trying hard.
Bro, I'm in there, bro. I'm just vibing. I'm just vibing, bro. Honestly, I'm just I'm literally just like talking to you, and I'm just having a good time. I'm not focused on anybody else. I don't care if they kill me in some stupid like, like. I don't really like.
We just pushed him back because you did that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and revive you.
I'm just chilling, bro. Like, I don't even care.
They got
You know what I mean? We're talking about movies and old times. You know what I mean? I'm not pissed off. Usually I'm just like, fuck this guy, or this guy's using wall hack. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't thinking about the match. It's like it's like an afterthought, Here,
it's just the background noise.
Yeah, it's just background noise, exactly. And the game is full too, so and they got everybody like if they're not doing bad. They got some decent people on their team, so like we pushed them back.
Yeah. We're having a great game.
Yeah, it's actually really
everything
good.
is more fun whenever you're in a good mood, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and that goes for everybody. Like, life in general is just better whenever you're happy.
Right,
And that's why
exactly.
people do drugs, you know? They do drugs because they want that automatic
Right,
happiness.
they want that dopamine hit.
But in reality, you got to get it the natural way.
Right.
Where it's just not as good, you know?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Just having fun, hanging out with the boys, talking about the old times. That's how it works, man.
Yeah, man.
Here, give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right, man. All right, I'm back.
Alright, I'm back. Had to use the restroom. Oh. We are back. Alright, let's see where we're at.
It's a pretty well-balanced game, I would say. You know,
Yeah,
they
it's...
can easily push us back.
Yeah, all it takes is the right people to join the game. Push us back.
Yeah. And they lost a couple people, but you know, I mean, if we move anybody, it'll probably become unbalanced.
Yeah, Assault Blaze is another admin, so if he needed to move somebody, he would move someone. We have a good player on our team as well, who is kind of special. He's actually a really good player as well, so he's playing with us right now.
I've been playing with him all day, I think.
Yeah, he's an admin, so I made him an admin. So
yeah,
because he tends to get banned a lot.
An admin, you know.
Bro, you know what?
But I know he's probably good.
I've made some people admin that I should have made admin because they were too immature. But that's the thing, though. It's like I always give someone the opportunity, and you know they blow it themselves. So I always have to like,
Right.
I have to revoke their admin privileges a lot of times. But you know, for the most part, I'm very strict. So like, when they know that I'm not playing around, and sometimes they want to be admin again, and they try to prove it that they're not gonna do those things again. That's why I am the way I am. So I'll revoke it. They won't be admin for a period, and if they really want it back, then they gotta tell me they want it back.
And that's why I forgot what I was gonna say. God, I'm such a retard sometimes. But yeah, I forgot. Anyways, so did you see that Battlefield friend, Tick 44 died?
Yeah, he passed away. Yeah, I heard the news.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even know he was sick.
Yeah, he had brain cancer.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Dude, I swear to God, bro, I hate cancer. I hate cancer so much, bro. Like it's like the worst thing about like cancer, bro, is that it takes people's lives away, and especially the people that you care about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that people like we don't like. A lot of people don't talk about. You know, people get caught up with like current like politics and stuff, and you know, cancer and like suicide is like probably the #1 things that are like the most annoying things to have to deal with. You know, when you lose someone you care about and stuff. You know, because you know people have issues and don't know how to like how to help themselves, you know, or don't know any other like outlets. You know, they commit suicide, or you have people who they're not aware they have cancer or they have brain cancer, and like there's nothing they can do. There's no surgery that could save their life. You know, it's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean my grandmother got pancreatic cancer, and that's part of the reason why my dad went crazy.
Right.
Passed away, lost his mom, and you know, she was one of those things that was keeping him to be a normal man. And you know, drugs become kind of one of those things that people they have it, and it makes them it makes them kind of feel normal again for a while. Yeah, you know, that's part of the reason why I had to move into a crappy house in the first place in the beginning.
Right.
Now I'm in a good house. But yeah, and Tick 44, he had brain cancer. He knew about it. They did the surgeries, and sadly, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Right.
But yeah, cancer is the worst. It also took Norm Macdonald.
Yep.
He died of leukemia. He died of leukemia. So, you know, it's just people who get cancer usually don't really deserve to get cancer in the first place.
Right.
And that's the worst part about it, is that it's not always curable.
Right. Exactly. It's not always
The best
curable.
people. All we can do is, you know, keep those people's memories alive, and
First aid, man.
you know, try and get a cure for it. Try and make that magic happen.
Yeah, right. And we will never know if there's ever a cure. You know what I mean? Like, we're more than likely gonna be dead before there's ever like any type of cure, right? Like, there's some interesting theories of like a cure that I've heard. How they would, you know, find a way to cure cancer. There's some very, very interesting theories, but and some of these theories are things they actually put into practice. It's just that the technology is actually not there yet. You know what I mean? So like once I would say once micro technology becomes something that's very accessible and easy and affordable for people to do, like at that point where is where they can fight cancer, because cancer a lot of times is usually in a cellular type of level, you know what I mean, and you're looking at like very microscopic things to be able to fight a cancer. So
'Cause I believe from my high school understanding of biology, from what I understand, cancer is it's a mutation
right,
that causes your cells to grow like rapidly, like cancer cells,
right,
and then it infects everything if you can't catch it in time, and that's whenever you get terminal cancer.
right.
But I could be wrong, like I said. But yeah, it's horrible, and I pray for everybody who has cancer. It's a horrible thing. It's
Exactly. Yeah, dude, it's terrible, bro.
not
I don't
something
wish it
that-
upon my greatest enemy. I don't even wish it upon them at
Yeah.
all.
Exactly. I guess we can talk about something happier.
Yeah, no, but
Um,
yeah, we were talking about the guy from the battlefield, yeah, the battlefield guy who died of cancer. But
Yeah.
hold on.
And,
Recology came by. Recology came by the chat. He said, "Hey, big fellas, bro, what's up, man? I appreciate you coming by, bro. Shout outs to Recology. Let me tell you something real quick. Recology taught me how to use the LAV and the tank, okay. And when I played on Xbox, bro, I just wrecked everybody, bro, because nobody knows how to use the LAV, and the Xbox community is kind of like, it's almost like someone had a big restart button, and they pressed the restart button on the Xbox community for Battlefield 3. Like it's that bad, like you play that game, bro. If you know how to play the game, it's like noob central. Believe it or not. But yeah, bro, like I just want to say that real quick.
I wonder why.
Well,
But
it's a real smaller community, so most people just play. They play Battlefield
I
3 on
assume-
PC or PS3.
and it's really sad too. I know that we've talked about this a lot in the past. I mean, we've been friends now for what, almost 2 years now, or
Right.
or something. Right? We've had this exact conversation. It's probably only popular on PS3. Probably only popular on PS3 because internet is free. You don't have to pay to play online.
Right. It's free to play. Most people
But
can
the
afford it.
sad thing that I would expect to kind of buck up the numbers on Xbox is the fact that you can play it on the Xbox One.
Right. You would think that, but that's not the case.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like a misnomer for me. Oh, dude, I've been trolling this KSA guy. He's my nemesis victim 70 points, which I think is 7 kills.
Oh, yeah?
In a row.
I'm
Yeah,
looking-
and usually the KSA guys
Oh,
are
that guy.
like the toughest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
the
their
kings of
connection,
Saudi
bro.
Arabia.
You gotta fight them and the connection.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like four
they're
people.
also
It's like
Saudi Arabia.
four people is one person.
Yeah.
They play like 4 people. Same thing with the Brazilians, bro.
But yeah,
Brazilian
so
people like that.
So with 644, his real name was Tony Schnur. They created a YouTube channel called Needs Gaming after the whole fiasco of Machinima going under, and they put out great content throughout the years, and I watched a lot of it. I still watch it. I mean, they basically have made TV shows, and the good thing is that he is in all of these shows that they've made, and you can hear his voice. That's one of the blessings about everybody having a camera in their pocket, is that we have the ability to be, to hear these people even after they pass away. Like my grandmother had one of the most unique voices I've ever heard.
Right.
It was a Midwestern accent, but not like you would be thinking. And she was a very skinny woman, so the kind of gravitas that she would have is not really replicated by anybody.
Right.
So I can listen to a video of her talk, and it's like magic.
Right. Right.
You know, brings me right back to when she was alive.
Right. Right. Right.
So it's just a blessing to have all these amazing tools on everybody's person at this time. And I would say that's probably one of my favorite things about everybody having a phone is just
Right.
the memories it can capture.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Tony Schnur, he knew he had cancer for years. And it's not like it happened overnight, you know. But he got to say goodbye to everybody, and you know, it's probably the best. I know it's like the best of the worst, right? It's probably the best situation that could have happened if you get terminal cancer like that. You are able to say goodbye to everybody, and you know, that way it's not like you get hit by a car, you know.
Right. Right.
Enemy now control all objectives. We gotta turn this around.
But yeah, you know, I mean, I'm kind of talking out of my league for that, so I'll stop. But
No, you're good. You're good. No, that's all good, man.
rest in peace.
Just
Tony
speaking from the
Schnur.
heart.
Yeah, and you know, I just hope that nobody I know, nobody in the world gets cancer.
Right, yeah, bro. Like,
It's
it's, like I
a
said,
tough
man.
son of a bitch.
It is, bro. Like, people don't realize it a lot of times, like, how much it can affect the family or people that you know. You know what I mean? Like, it's so, you know, it's so, it hurts people. 'Cause, you know, a lot of people have a lot of, sorry, I'm getting killed because, like, my dog is, like, wanting me to give her affection, so I'm like, my hand is like, she's literally like moving my hand. She's literally like moving my arm out of the way, bro. I cannot aim because she's literally like putting her snout like in between my hand and literally making me want to caress her. So I apologize. Like, I've literally like died like 5 times because she's literally like, I've tried
That's
to
all
aim
good,
at
man.
somebody and she's trying. My dog just wants like me to give her affection. I apologize. It is what it is. You know. But yeah, like it really
It
affects
is what it
people,
is.
bro. Like, it really affects people, like emotionally, you know, like physically. Like, it's one of those things that is not talked about a lot, and people don't realize it. You know what I mean? The only people that know about it are the ones that they've been affected with. So, you know, like, my heart goes out to those people. I support anything that's like, you know, suicide prevention and stuff. Like, I've donated a lot of money towards those, to that foundation. So, you know, it is a serious thing, and, you know, you hate to see people go, you know, like that. So, but yeah, it's just what it is, man.
Yeah, and you know, right now, we're getting closer and closer to curing cancer for good. Like, it's amazing the surgeries that we've been able to, and I don't mean myself, I just mean humanity, have been able to create to get these diseases, not just cancer, but these lifelong diseases, to get them.
Something to give some hope, relief.
Like they did surgery on Tony Schnur. They did surgery on my grandmother. And it's sometimes it doesn't work out, even though it has the best intention. And we're way better off than we were 100 years ago in terms of healthcare.
Right.
Like, let me tell you something deep down. My grandmother could have been alive today, but we chose not to force her to live in pain every day.
Right.
She would have been in a wheelchair.
Right.
She would have had to carry around an oxygen tank, and she would have been in horrible pain every single day of her life. And she would have been on constant medication. And my grandfather made the decision. My grandfather and his son, who was the carry out person. I don't remember what the term is. The person who has to make the choice.
Right,
They
right, right.
decided that it was unfair to her to keep her alive, and that was probably the best decision because, you know, just because we want to keep someone around longer, you know, it could be unfair to do so. And that's all I had to say. But, you know, it's just sometimes,
Here's your med kit.
sometimes it's just like that. You know?
Right.
And that's deep down from my heart. I don't tell people I know in real life that. You know, it's nice to finally tell somebody. I'm not mad at anybody. But, you know, it's something that affected me a lot, and it affected my father a lot too, because he wasn't the one who made that choice.
Right.
And I hope that choice is never put on me or anybody else.
Right.
And yeah, you know. But yeah, let's definitely try and talk about something happier. I know I'm the one who keeps dragging.
No, you're good, man. You're good, man.
But yeah,
It's good for people to hear it because it's a hard pill to swallow. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with talking about things like that, but you know, it is a hard pill to swallow because that is a real life type of thing that people have to face with in real life. You know what I mean? Like, we play a game, we play Battlefield 3, we feel good when we're winning, but that's the reality of actual life. You know what I mean? That's why you got to live your life at the fullest, you know, and not be so, you know, drama filled. You know, don't start fights with people. Just start fights with, you know what I mean. Don't take things so seriously against other people because life is too short for that. You know what I mean. Enjoy it the way it is.
Yeah.
Enjoy it at its
And
fullest.
the sad thing is, people don't realize that until they're close to the end.
Right,
You know,
exactly.
They don't realize the severity of
Right.
that situation.
And you'll never know. Like, you'll be like, oh, I didn't know he had
How-
cancer. You know.
You
But
know,
yeah,
there's,
man.
There's a good movie about. Go ahead.
Oh, no, what movie are you talking about?
Just spotted a hostile soldier. Over.
There's a good movie about cancer, and it's actually a Seth Rogen movie.
Oh yeah.
And it's called 50-50.
Hmm.
You know, 50% chance of living, 50% chance of dying.
Right.
And it's a great movie. I won't spoil it. It's definitely an emotional movie.
Right.
And I'd say it's probably his best non-comedy movie that he's made. It's him and James Franco.
Yeah, James Franco. Yeah. They always make movies together, those guys.
Yeah.
Here, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on, give me 1 second.
All right.
Objective is neutralized.
All right. What were you saying? What were you saying again?
We were changing subjects.
Yeah. We're changing subjects. I just don't remember what you were talking. I can't remember what we were talking about.
He was talking about the 50-50 Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, the
Franco
50-50.
movie.
Yeah.
Objective secured.
So we can talk about something else that's pretty bad. Not for long or anything, because there's not much to it. But a lot of humans are getting those memory issues, like I have, because of hardcore abuse of their body throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bruce Willis, you know, for sure got it pretty bad because he did a lot of movie stuff.
Right.
And you know, he got in car accidents and stuff like that too, and he drank a lot and whatnot. But yeah, you know, that's a pretty bad thing. That we might need to do more research.
Right.
Because if you can't enjoy your elderly years, you know, what's the point of having them? If you're just going to be in pain constantly. I'm not for anything, you know, like the Canadians are. I'm sure you've seen some of their stuff. But they just tell old people to get in the forever sleep pod. Have you seen any of that stuff?
No, I've not.
With it, old people can get I don't know what the term for it is. I know what the bad term for it is.
Lost the objective.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say it. But yeah, you know, they're just telling old people to end it all. You know.
Right. No,
It's
you know,
horrible.
there is
And,
like a weird like community of people. There's like a weird like. There's like.
And I'm not in for that. I'm just.
No, you know, and the people that are like that, by the way, I've met these people before, and they're very few in between. Like, these are the type of people that don't realize that, like, they take it for granted that, like, they think that, oh man, these guys are such a pain in the ass, but they don't put into consideration that one day they're gonna be that same age. And if you compare that same logic, how they're feeling, right? You think they should treat you the same way, right? Like, just completely forget about you. You should just roll over and die, or just end it. Like, it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm very respectful to the elderly. I'm respectful to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never like disrespectful to people, and. But like a lot of these like I should say these particular type of people, because it's not that many of them, but they have this like weird skewed way of like perception of like how they view like older people, because they constantly need some type of like assistance, right? And it's a nuisance to them, but they don't, like I said, they don't realize that when they become that age that, you know, they're gonna also need that some level of assistance, whether it's through a machine or a computer or some type of person actually like assisting them, right? Whether it's someone like bringing their shipment to their house, or them ordering something for them over a phone, whatever, you know.
And I've actually had a nurse, a personal nurse before. I've had a bunch of nurses, like from my bicycle accident, from my head injury that causes me to not remember things.
Right.
I had probably 20 different nurses throughout a 5 or 6 week period of time. And if I didn't have those nurses, I would probably be worse off. I probably would not be able to talk to you as clearly. But yeah, you know, I wasn't advocating for anything. I'm just advocating for research. And I'm not assuming that you assumed I was saying anything. I'm just saying that I am advocating for us to do more research so people can enjoy their elderly years after they put in all that hard work.
Right. But you know, that's why they have like the 401. That's why they have like that Social Security and all that stuff. You know what I mean? That's why they have all that. Like, when you reach a certain age, you can retire and not have to work. You know, as long as you worked, like as long as you actually worked a job. Well, for the most part, unless you're disabled, you know what I mean. You're always going to receive some level of income. So.
Oh, the KFC guy finally got me. Let's see how many times I killed him. I killed him 10 times in a row.
Who? Who was it? The KSA guy?
His name is X Mason X KSA.
Oh, you're talking about that guy, KSA guy.
Yeah, he's the KSA guy. And you told me that stands for Kings of Saudi Arabia, right?
Wait, say that again? KSA? Yeah, KSA is Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's like Kings of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the Saudis. Yeah.
Here's the first aid, man.
I mean, what time is it over there? I mean, it's got to be.
I think, well, Saudi Arabia, like, around this time, it's like early morning. It's like it's really early
Yeah,
morning.
it would probably be like 10 in the morning, 10 or 11 or something like
Yeah, usually it's like really early morning.
that. 10 to 12.
Yeah, there you go.
Spotted a hostile soldier.
Oh my god,
I've been
John!
playing it.
You say what?
I had to mute myself because my mic was. But I've been playing in the early morning, and it's fun, man. I'm playing with all these people, and I didn't even tell you what internet I got. I got some fiber optic, man.
Oh,
I
nice.
got the good stuff.
You got the Gucci. So that's the good stuff to
Yeah,
have,
so-
bro. The
So
Gucci
my
internet.
connection.
You got the liquid gold.
Yeah, man, it's nice. Playing Battlefield 3 with fiber optic is a beautiful thing because all these people who used to be like faster than I was on the reaction time, man, it's a slice of cake trying to get that a piece of cake.
Right.
For them, or for me.
For yourself, right.
For me, yes, yeah, I got the memory issues. You know, sometimes I just need to take it slow. But yeah, and it's a lot more fun. I don't have crappy internet anymore.
Right.
So, hell yeah, man.
That's good, man. I'm glad you finally got it. It took a little bit of time, but you know, it was just a matter of time. Like I said, it's a matter of time.
Yeah, that's why I stopped coming to your streams for a while there, for like a month.
Yeah.
I was just embarrassed that I hadn't had Wi-Fi yet, because I was like telling you I was gonna get it since like July or whatever.
Right.
And
I
just
mean, it
kept getting
happens,
pushed
bro.
down and
Yeah,
down.
I wasn't gonna hold you against anything. That's just what it is, man. Like most of the people that watch with me, like they're playing the game too. Like that's usually the demographic, and you know that's why when people ask me, oh, why do you stream on PS3? It's like that's usually what it is. Like you have people that, you know, this is not something that they're able to record. You know, maybe they can't afford, you know, they can't afford the capture software, right? So this is like the best they can do currently. So which is fine.
First aid, man. Thanks a lot, Doc.
I downloaded this app on my phone called YouTube Revamped, my Android, and it takes the ads off, so that's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, I
Watch a lot of
believe it.
YouTube.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with no ads.
Yeah, because mobile YouTube doesn't have ad block, so they finally
Right.
came up with something. I think it's a few years old now, but yeah,
Right.
so there's finally ad block on YouTube mobile. And I can watch your streams in the background.
Right.
And that's what I've been doing. Like, I've been watching a lot more. I'm not always talking. So, you know, like, I've been moderating and stuff, like, in the background for a while. Just because I didn't have anything else to do, you know?
Right, I just get tired of those same people. Like, I always get, like, the same person making the same account, or like, they'll change their name, thinking they're like a different person. I always get the same person that comes in here. And he's always like blocked on my channel, but like he'll like find a way to like be able to say something, and you know, I've got to that point where I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna ban these people,
There's your first aid kit.
or I'm
Pick
just
it
gonna
up.
like block them. Like they're not gonna be able to like, they're just not gonna be able to like come in here and they're not gonna come in here and just like trash talk me. I just don't appreciate it. So, like, so when those people come in here and they want to trash talk me, they just go like, just go. So like, I don't do that to anybody else. I don't find a reason to like hate on someone and visit their channel every day to tell them how much they hate them. Like I don't have time for that. So I just don't even watch them. So I have to like ban people
Yeah, and
because
you
I
know,
don't
those
want to deal with them.
Those people, you know, they end up wasting so much of their own time. It's like, who's the sucker here, you know?
Right. No, it is that way. Like, I get a lot of people who like to like. That's why I've been putting my streams in private after I record them. Because these same people, they try to invade my game, and like some of them have like used my username and made an alternate account, and then they're like using one
Yeah, I
shot.
saw that the other day.
Yeah, they're using like one shot, and it's not me, you know, but they're trying to like, you know, impersonate me, and
Here's your med kit, man.
they're obviously imposters, but you know, I have to deal with that, and it's like I don't want them playing on my server, but I don't want people thinking like, oh, this is, you know what I mean? Like I don't want them to think. I think people are too smart to think that, but you know, that is a situation that I have to deal with. So, you know, and it's like, and these guys, they'll go and like they'll insult like even my admins. So like I wouldn't be surprised if like they made an account with your name. So like they already did one with Pro Genius, they did one with like CA Army. Like these guys will like, it's the same person. It's not anyone like different. It's the same guy. So who I think who I suspect it's ARM, which like I said, bro, it's like these guys, like they have like some type of mental disability, you know, and they always want to play on my server, you know what I mean? And you know, like that's why I only did it one time, and I have that server on private because I don't want them to go back and watch any of my videos. But I played against him. I actually unbanned him on my server because I knew he was so adamant wanting to play on the server that I unbanned him because I knew he was gonna like he like, this is the type of person that goes every day and tries to play on my server. And he knows that he's banned, but he does it every day to see if he can get in or not. So, you know, I unbanned him, and he joined the game, and you know, and I had everybody that I knew. Like I had Too Quick Too Easy on my team. I had Pro Genius. I had Assault Blade. You know what I mean? I had the whole squad. You know what I mean? I had everybody that I know on the Discord, right? And this guy, he's using cheats. You know, he's using like wall hacks. You know what I mean? He's not using one shot, but he's using like wall hacks and UAV. So he like, you're always spotted on the map. So he always knows where you're coming from, and he's using aim assist. And like, bro, he was giving us a hard time, and I'm like, and I only played the match to show people like this is how powerful like these RTM tools are, especially if you're decent at the game. Like you don't have to be like the best player, but if you know how to play the game, you know how the mechanics work, you can give like a lot of good players a hard time because you always have like some type of advantage, right? Where you know that they're coming behind you, they're coming in front of you, you know, like you know where they are. So, but we ended up winning the match, but they gave us a hard time at the very beginning of the game, and you know, I have it on private because I don't want them to like steal it, because they were stealing my content and posting on their
Let me help you.
YouTube channel. I don't want them to take any like video content from my channel, because I want to actually like make a compilation video of it. But I don't want to show them killing me. I want to show them. I only want to show where I'm killing them, because if I show them killing me, then they're gonna steal my footage.
First aid's at your feet. Pick it up.
Yeah. Well, you definitely got to private this stream.
Well, this
not,
one.
Not because you're being bad, but just because we're talking, you know.
Right. Well,
I mean, there's
this
the
one,
private
this
stuff.
one, I don't really particularly care because I'm having a good time. But like when they're coming in and harassing me is usually when I don't like it. But you know, like they're not
Right.
here because I banned those guys already. So, and if they are here, they're not showing that they're in the game. So, I don't particularly care. You know, I'm having a good time. You know,
I was playing with the guy earlier. Fucking mic. Right. I was playing with the guy earlier. Apparently, you had banned like 4 of his other accounts or whatever.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he was talking to me. Like it was this Mexican guy.
What was his name? What was the account name? Oh yeah, your mic is going ape shit.
Defend this objective.
Alright, maybe it's calm down. I don't remember what his name was, but he was a Mexican guy living in California. And I mean, he said that, because I asked him like 4 different times, like why he was banned, and he said that, like, I don't know, he thinks I'm a cheater, and I don't know, he seemed like a normal guy.
Help you.
I don't think he's the same guy who has like the mental issues or whatever, because he sounded normal.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just like a weird situation. Like he seemed to be playing like normal, like no hacks or anything. Whenever I was with him.
What was his name? Do you
he had a
remember his
good
name?
time. I think it was like Monger, and I think he said his alt account was like Zoe. Like I asked him. He said
Okay.
it was Zoe.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. So this is the same guy, okay?
First aid.
And bro, and like most of the guys that know who play with him, okay, we all have the same agreement here. It's not like a conspiracy. So that guy, he uses rapid fire, and I don't. He's not using like one shot or RTM tools.
Can you explain to me what rapid fire is?
So rapid fire
I'm a bit
is
into-
another term called multi-tap or like turbo, right? You remember those old controllers?
Oh, like a
They
turbo
had like
button.
right, a turbo button, right? A button that would press on its own, right? Rapidly, right? So they would
Yeah.
So this guy uses like a turbo button feature on his controller. He probably has like a Cronus Max that allows him to do it. And or he has a third party controller that has a turbo button, right? And when he always uses burst weapons. He doesn't use any other weapon. He uses the N94
Oh yeah.
constantly, and he always uses rapid fire. And everyone that all my admins, they know he uses rapid fire. And I was talking to Benyola when we were talking when we were playing, and he also knows that
Yeah, I was playing with him too.
he knows that he uses the rapid fire. And all I was saying was like, hey, bro, like, don't use rapid fire. That's all I was saying. So I said, don't use rapid fire. I said, pick another weapon. Well, the other weapon that he chose was the KH-2002, which is another burst weapon.
Oh yeah.
Right? So I was like, bro, like, come on.
Right.
But I know he's the way his playstyle is, just by the way how he kills me. So he has aim assist on. He has rapid fire. And you know, like how you know what this is, like the ADS spam when they're using the L1 R1 like really fast, right? They're like aiming down sights real fast and they're firing. Well, that's ADS spam. So they're using it with the aim assist, and this guy uses it all the time. So like when I told them, okay, you can't don't use rapid fire, pick a normal weapon. And after I told that to him,
Right.
he started using the M26 mass, but the slugs. So he would aim assist me, like he would ADS spam me with the slugs, and I was like, okay, I'll let it slide with like one game. And once we got to the second game, it got kind of annoying because we knew what he was doing. And then I told him, I said, bro, listen, stop ADS spamming, and just play the game normally, bro. Like, we don't care how good you are. Like, just play the game regularly. And he got so pissed off that he switched teams to tell me off, right? To tell me off. And I said, bro, I was like, bro, why are you even here? Like, I banned him, right? I banned him because he told me that I'm whatever. I don't want to play with people good. It's like, bro, I know what you're doing. Like, you're not good at the game. To me, you're not good at the game if your tactics are ADS spamming, right? You have a button that presses like rapid fire, right? You have a button you hold and it shoots N94, bro. You're shooting 4 rounds in a second. You can't do that with the M16A3 or the AEK, right? You're using a weapon that's like so unfair to most people, right? You kill them without them having a chance to react because you're playing the game so unrealistically. So he got so mad at me because I was just calling him out, and I didn't want him playing on my server. But he's unbanned on my server. Like, I already unbanned him, but he knows how he's playing, and you know what I mean. Like, whatever he told you is not half of the story, because he came and told me a lot more, and it was on stream
I actually
too.
think he described it. He described it actually pretty similar to you. Now that I think about it, yeah. I mean, he said, yeah, he left it. Fucking microphone. He was like, yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Objective taken.
I'm not going to talk about it because it seems like a waste of time. But yeah, he described it kind of similar to you. He just left out the part where you accused him of using the rapid fire thing.
Right. Of course he's not going to admit to it. Because it's not, to him, it's not cheating.
Did I get one of those, right. Did I get one of those, Cronus controller or whatever? Because I'm using this old-ass third-party wired controller, and I like wired. But, I mean, this thing is falling apart.
Right, so...
If it breaks, I'm not going to be able to play.
So, Cronus Max... Cronus Max is just an adapter. That's all it is. It's just an adapter. You connect to the console. It's a box that connects to the like, you connect the controller to the box, and you can set it up through a phone or a computer, and you can have these profiles that you set up on either on the computer or your phone through an app. So like some of the phone apps, like they give you real-time adjustments. Like, for example, and this is me being transparent, like, I play on mouse and keyboard. I can't do it with a controller, by the way, but I can do it through mouse and keyboard. Because the whole point of what I have is just to play mouse and keyboard. It's not to play controller, right? So my device has been just to play on mouse and keyboard, but, like, I use a phone app to make my real-time adjustments. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm playing on mouse and keyboard, but all my movement and my aiming and my recoil control is all tuned to how I adjust it through the app. So, it's something you have to tune for yourself. It's not going to be perfect for everybody. Like, some of the people that, like, I've spoken to, they would not play on how I have it set up for myself. But I play with what feels right for me. So, you know what I mean? Like, people always like, oh, it's unfair, it's this and that. I try to play as fair as possible, like, by turning off the aim assist. But, you know, like, we're in a modern day where that's usually the norm. You know, you play with crossplay is everywhere. So, you know what I mean? You're not going to be able to get away with it. But controller players are really good. So it's not unfair. Like, and the tactics that I've talked about, like ADS spam and rapid fire players, I have to deal with those players all the time. I really do. Like, we're playing with we're playing with a rapid fire player. You know what I mean? I haven't kicked them, but you're using rapid fire, and you know, I don't particularly care. But you know,
Yeah.
Like,
So is that why people who play Team Deathmatch always use the KH-2000?
yeah, a lot of people use it, and you know what I mean. They'll use rapid fire. They use the rapid fire. Some don't use the rapid fire. They use KH-2002, but for the most part, like, usually the people who use the N94 are the ones that are using the rapid fire. That's why, like, there's some servers you'll run into. They have it like they have the N94 banned. So if you ever see like N94 banned, is particularly in that reason that they ban it, because people are so notorious for using rapid fire. You know, especially on Xbox. It's more prominent on Xbox because of the way the orientation of the buttons are for the controllers. So like on Xbox, you know, like on PS3 it's L1 and R1 for your ADS and your firing. But on Xbox it's L2 and R2, or left trigger, right trigger. So it's the back buttons. And that became the standard for actually the ADS, you know, and firing your weapon.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just looking for like a nice third party PS3 controller.
You can get a PS3 controller, you can get a PS5 controller. I don't know if you know that, but you can use a PS5 controller on PS3. If you didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I used to use a PS3 controller. I used to have a PS5 or a PS4 controller. It's fucking fun. And I've been thinking about getting another PS4 controller because they're like $60, black ones. And that's kind of cheap compared to, you know, other stuff. And, you know, I'm still on a budget, but I know that PS4 controllers are good quality.
Yeah, PS4 controllers are so good. PS5 controllers are really nice though. Like I played on the PS5 controller on DFWReset, and it's really nice.
Are those Type-C charging?
Say that again?
Are those Type-C?
Sorry, it's the background noise. The what again?
The what again?
Bro. I don't know why the controllers do it, why the I mean, I can hear you. I just don't understand, like your microphone is always making that noise. Your microphone's always making that noise, so I don't know why it keeps like it's just like really it has a lot of like I don't know what it is, like something's like, well, the microphone's probably going out, that's probably what it is, but
I mean, I have some Apple earbuds I can try, but I just unplugged my headphones and plugged them back in, so that might stop the noise for a couple minutes.
okay.
That's how it works on my phone too, so yeah, you know, if it stops working, I just plug it in, or plug it out and plug it back in. Anyways, yeah, so what I was asking is, are the PS5 controllers Type-C charging cables? Like, do they use Type-C?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I believe they do, yes, the Type-C, yes, they use Type-C controllers.
Yeah, I really like the Type-C charging stuff. That's what my phone uses, that's what, you know, a bunch of other stuff I have that electronic uses, so, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a PS5 controller. It's just like, what, $15 extra?
Yeah, I mean, the point is that it's a brand new controller, you know what I mean? Like, that's the only way you're gonna get a new controller for the PS3 You know what I mean? And it's a nice controller. Like, I feel like people don't give it enough credit. I just feel like a lot of PS3 players are kind of like biased a little bit. Because like when my friend plays
Over.
with me, you know, one of my long-term friends, like he plays on PS5 controller. He doesn't play on PS3 controller. So, you know, and he says it's just perfect. It's fine. It doesn't affect him playing. The only thing he has to do is adjust himself from the L1 and R1 being the ADS. So,
Right.
like, it's not a big deal. But like some of the old OG PS3 controller players, they're kind of like, oh, I have to play on a PS3. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is, but I particularly don't think you need to. So, it plays fine on PS5 or PS4.
Like, I had a PS4 controller, and it only it did not take very long before it started stick drift.
Right.
Like the sticks started drifting so fast, and I still have it, but you know it's just like impossible to use because it's always like jerking to the right.
Right,
So it would
right.
be horrible for a first-person shooter.
Yeah, I never had really like stick drift issues. I've only had the common problem of the PS3 where it like the buttons would randomly press. Like those are the only things I had on my controllers, but like I always had like one decently good controller, but eventually you started having the same issues. So I fixed one of them with the common problem. Like I fixed it, and you know, and I fixed one of my uncles. He had a PS3 and he had a camo PS3 controller, so I fixed that for him, and you know, so he can play his games. But it's at least the controllers are easy to fix. They're not really difficult to fix. You know, you can fix those controllers and you know get back to playing. It's usually just the ribbon cable, because the way the ribbon cable for the controller connects to the motherboard, it's actually a ribbon cable, and it just like lays. It doesn't actually like snap on or anything. It actually just like it connects just by laying on top of the board. So that's why you have that issue of it like having
I
like
took
random
apart
button
my
presses.
controller, my brother's camo controller, because it stopped working, and I could not get that thing back together.
Oh yeah.
But I was like 11 years old,
Right.
so I was not the right age for that. Because I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like Lego, but no, it was not like Lego at all. But yeah, I've taken apart, you know, like 5 PS4 controllers. Like one time I spilled Sunny D on one when I was recovering from my concussion,
Right.
and I took it apart, fixed it. It was all good. So yeah, but I just don't really like the charging at all on the PS4 controllers. The micro USB,
Right,
they break
right.
so easily,
Right.
and it's a shitty connection.
No, I totally agree with you there.
And I'm not a fan of
Those,
it.
the micro USB was probably not the best, and the regular like USB was not that good. The mini USB, whatever it was called, like even that one
Yeah,
for the
the
PS3
PS3
wasn't that good.
Mhm. Yeah, and it was hard to find too. It was expensive and hard to find. Those the mini USB or whatever. It was almost proprietary.
Right.
You know, like I know it wasn't proprietary, but it was hard to find, and they upcharged you. Like one time, my dad got so pissed off, he finally went on eBay and bought this cord that was like 20 feet long.
I repeat, the objective is taken.
And that lasted like forever. It was a good cord because he kept buying those PlayStation branded ones, and they just kept breaking.
Right.
And they were only like 4 feet long or something like that, which is nothing if you want to play on your PS3 while it's charging.
Right.
But yeah, so you know, it's just I definitely think if the PS5 controller is cheap enough, I'll buy one. I think that would be good.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll
'cause I
be
got a million
they'll be
XP
cheap
cards.
eventually. They're gonna be cheap probably by this year, that's for sure. But you'll be able to buy like a white one. I mean, the
Well,
cool thing about it is they got a lot of like, alternate colors and stuff. They got like the new controllers coming out, like alternate kind of colors that you can buy.
wow, I hit this guy with a freaking shotgun right in the face, and he's at 12% health. Kind of bullshit.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Well, it's just about bedtime.
Yeah, man, it's
Me.
getting up to that point, bro. I think everybody's signing off. I mean, you know what I mean? I wasn't even trying to like play this many matches, but you know, just having a good time, having a conversation. So, like I said, I'm just playing, having a good time. Not really like playing competitively. I don't really particularly care about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been so long since we've been able to talk.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a while. Hopefully, we'll get a new microphone soon. When do you think you'll be able to get a new microphone?
Well, like I said, I have a nice one for my PS4,
Yeah,
but I
I've
have
got
to
an
clean
enemy
it.
soldier.
Like I think some rats got on it, like on the cloth part. So I need to wash those in the washer, and then it should be fine.
Right.
And like I said, I ordered that Amazon part. That is
Okay.
an extender.
Right.
So I'll be able to use that like probably even tomorrow if I really wanted to.
Right.
Well, whenever I get the extender.
Right.
Same difference.
Yeah, man. For sure,
But
man.
I could try my Apple earbuds too. You know, I mean, we might as well test that right now before we get off. So I'll grab those. They're right
I
here.
got you, bro. No problem.
The problem with them is that if it sticks far into this recessed bit, I think I have you on the PlayStation app, but I don't have it downloaded right now. If I did, I'd send you.
I mean, we can always
Send you a
talk on the
picture of what it looks like.
PlayStation app. Like, we don't have to like use. We don't have to use the PS3 if you didn't want to use
Yeah,
PS3.
and it would probably be better quality.
Because I have an app. I have a BlueStacks on my PC, and I can record and talk through there, and then put it on the stream still. So
Yeah, well, maybe we should look into that. All right, I'm gonna test it out. I think this is the right pair. I'm gonna test it out now. I'm gonna unplug this one and plug in the other one.
I got you.
Я медик! Помощь хочешь? Я медик! Помощь нужна? Medkit here!
Damn, bro. I'm trying to get this guy. Should have been dead.
Should have been dead.
Come and get your med kit. Get your med.
Alright, did you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Did you hear me at all whenever I was trying to?
No, I couldn't hear you. No, couldn't hear you.
Well, that sucks. Alright, I guess Apple earbuds don't work.
Yeah, I probably have to use
But,
like
that's fine.
the app or something. Like you can probably use the Apple earbuds with the app. It probably works just fine.
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, I have Bluetooth for that.
Yeah, like I use the PS3 headsets. I mean the PS4, PS3 headset. Well, they're PS4, PS3, but those are the ones I use, and they work perfectly fine. But they have like you can buy like new headsets. You can buy like newer headsets that will you work with PS3, but you know you don't get sound in the headset. So like you can get those. They're just not. They're not.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
have
those
any.
like real cheap ones, the chat
Well,
headphones.
They're not like. I mean, they're affordable, but they're not like they're cheap or anything.
Well, what I mean is just like the ones that don't have the game sound in the headset. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, they don't have the game sound. They don't, because the reason why they don't have the game sound is because they don't support. Because like the PS3 has a thing called 3D audio, and it doesn't like support that. It's a very specific feature. It's kind of like a proprietary feature for headsets, and it's only through the PS3. So like, you know, there's nothing that emulates it unless someone makes a headset that emulates it. So
Yeah.
you have to buy like
Well,
older
I don't think
headsets to get it.
I don't think it's really that big of a deal because I can just get another one of these.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely definitely ways around it. There's definitely ways around
Well,
it, you know.
like, I got the flu. And back in November, and these headphones were brand new back in November, and I think I rolled over on my bed onto the headphone jack, and I think it bent a little bit. But yeah.
Enemy
Right.
soldiers spotted.
But I have an idea. I wouldn't mind getting like a mouse and keyboard set up. I think that'd be a lot of fun for flying around.
Right.
Something like that, I don't know. And you should do like a setup video, like a video, kind of like how your stuff works.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I could do something like that. Not a lot of people understand that.
How's you gonna get banned?
Like, not a lot of people understand like how the mouse and keyboard setup works. It's not as simple as you think it is. Like, you have to actually play PC to understand what I'm talking about. Because there's two types of like inputs. You have raw mouse input. Raw mouse input is not the same as analog, by the way. Analog control is very up, down, left, right, even though it has like diagonals, but it's not as accurate as as a raw mouse input, like a mouse on a computer is. So you're very smooth. You can hit like smooth like diagonal inputs on PC, but you can't do the same thing on an analog. And it goes back to that whole up, down, left, right type of situation. So when people are like thinking it's unfair that I'm playing, it's like not necessarily, because I still have to like emulate a controller when I'm playing. It's not 100% the same. So you know, you might think it is because I'm playing on a mouse and keyboard, but that's not the case. You know, a lot of times it's not the case. So you know, people feel it's unfair. I don't play on mouse. I don't play on mouse and keyboard. I don't play on I don't play on what do you call it? Aim. I don't use aim assist, so I'm trying to play it as fair as I can, and it wouldn't be any different from like playing like Fortnite. If you played Apex Legends, you're gonna be playing with people that are playing mouse and keyboard, or playing like even like Overwatch. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be playing with even Modern Warfare 2. You have to play with people with mouse and keyboard, right? But it's funny because the mouse and keyboard players on Modern Warfare 2, they complain about the controller players. They control about them the most because the aim assist is so strong. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Do some sort of complaining.
Yeah, everyone has something to complain about. No matter what it is, like someone's gonna complain. No matter what it is, like it doesn't matter. But that's why I just let people play however they want to play.
Here I am complaining about people complaining. So,
Right, exactly.
Anyways, man, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, bro. Same here.
It was great talking with you. I enjoyed being on your stream. I enjoyed, finally being able to hang out again. So I'm gonna head out. And see you later, man.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely, man. It was a good time catching up with you. You have a good one, man. Take it easy. Get some good rest.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right, man. Take care. Alright guys, sorry about the audio buzzing, audio chirps. You know, I was talking to Hazardous, so hopefully he gets a new mic. I'll have to deal with all that noise, but it was fun talking to him. Like I said, man, that's what we do here on the stream, bro. It's all about talking to real people, having a good time, bro. So
Атакуем эту цель! Get your meds right here! Meds over here! your first aid.
Oh my god, bro. That's lag.
Come and get your med kit.
That's lag. Damn, bro. Like, see how like, see how many hits it takes? So many hits, bro. Sometimes just kill someone. I'm just like, bro, why? Why does it take so many hits to kill one person?
Get your meds.
I swear my team is not. I swear my team is just like, they're just sitting back, you know?
Objective neutralized. Objective secured.
Yeah, I spotted an enemy soldier. Over.
We have lost the objective. I repeat, we have lost the objective. We have taken the objective. The objective is secured. Enemy sniper spotted in your AO. I repeat, enemy sniper in your AO. Proceed with caution.
Enemy soldier spotted. Over.
Like, get that guy, bro. That should be easy money. That's easy money. Oh no, I spawned on this idiot. Damn it, dude. I don't want to spawn on this guy. I meant to spawn on my teammate Charlie. I don't know why it wouldn't let me spawn on him. Hopefully he got it under control over it, that Charlie. I'm trying to spawn on those guys.
Защищаем эту цель!
Я медик! Помощь хочешь?
We have lost the objective.
Pick up the rounds!
God damn it, dude. Seriously. Get his bitch ass. Bro, like seriously. It's just really laggy, bro. It's really laggy. Extremely laggy. I'm trying to move around. I can't move straight because these guys are like really laggy. So get these guys, bro. Y'all should be able to get these guys. I think I have like too many players that are on my team. They're not pushing. They're not pushing. They're like staying in one. They're staying in one place for too long. Like this is an example of a game where you have players that stay. They loiter. I want to say loiter. Loiter's the better word. They're loitering too long. You know, they're loitering too long, and they should be moving up. There's no reason for them to stay at, like, they shouldn't be staying in the same position for as long as they have, right? That's like the best way to put it. You know, they're not actually moving up like they should. Like instead of camping out in A and waiting for someone to show up, just move on to B, because eventually they're gonna have to make a decision to either defend Charlie because they're losing it, or defend Bravo. Like they're gonna have to make that decision. So
The objective has been secured.
that's usually what happens. You know, like these guys, they feel like they have to like stay at Charlie or. So much. I didn't even get the revive either. I didn't even get the revive.
Атакуем цель! Атакуем эту цель!
Guys spotted an enemy soldier, over. Come and get
Objective
your meds.
neutralized.
Here's your ammo.
Objective taken. All the objectives are now held.
Hostile sniper spotted.
We now hold all the objectives. I repeat, we now hold all the objectives.
Don't you fucking die on me.
All right, team looks like they can handle it. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. GG's, man. I had a good time. Actually, you know, I'm glad I'm able to play these games and have a good time. So, really appreciate everybody coming by and stuff like that. Having a good time, having a blast playing with you guys. It's always fun playing with friends. Like I said, man, like the games are always better when you play with your friends and not so much by yourself. But that's why I continue to play these games. It's fun. It's fun to play with everybody that's playing, and it's always enjoyable in that way. So you know what I mean? I really appreciate it. You know, playing with everyone that still plays the game and all that stuff. So we had some good games. Appreciate everybody coming by. Salt Blaze came by. Prediction Pain. Everybody came by, so I really appreciate it. So hopefully we can all like, you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be like I would prefer everybody just have a good time, get along. We can play and have a good time. That's it. So, like I said, appreciate everybody coming by again. So tomorrow, we'll play again tonight, tomorrow night, or tonight, whatever you want to call it. We'll do one more game, and then we're gonna wrap it up for the week. And it's gonna be the weekend, so technically today is Friday for me, but after today, the next 2 days I'm gonna be off, so we'll get some more games during the early time, and we'll play some other games as well. You know, just kind of switch it up a little bit. So appreciate everybody coming by. Thank you again so much. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all take it easy, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right, guys, peace out. I'm out. Bye.
Spotted a hostile soldier in your AO, over.